Hello, I'm Dr. Roderick Little, Director of Bands here at Jackson State University. So the atmosphere of the vet is literally second to none. By being a part of the Jackson State University fabric and families as a student and now as a director, I've had the opportunity to experience it from many different levels. And it's something that you just cannot recreate. I don't care if you're a part of HBCU or the PWI. And so when you mix the Sonic Boom of the South and the football team and all of the synergy that we create amongst each other and between each other, you're not going to get that in any atmosphere or any stadium. We have an outstanding team with Coach T.C. Taylor under the leadership of A.D. Ashley Robinson. We are all coin to make sure that we elevate the profile of this illustrious institution that we all love, which is Jackson State University. And so when you mix the energy of the Sonic Boom of the South and when you mix that grit and that swagger of the Jackson State University football team, that's going to cause an ingredient that you cannot recreate anywhere else. And then I didn't even mention, when you sprinkle the atmosphere of the vet with 60,000 fans of our alumni, all of our friends and constituents of Jackson State University, all of those elements coming together, that's just something that, again, cannot be recreated. And we want to make sure that everybody that's connected to Jackson State University, they go out and they support our student athletes and also make sure that we support our student musicians as well. So we're coming to a stadium near you, the best stadium in FCS. It's the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South and the Jackson State University football team. You can purchase your tickets at gojsutigers.com/tickets. Don't miss out. We want to see you there. Go Tigers and love the Boom.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU By 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU By 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU By 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU By 40.
What's going on, everybody? What's cracking? Happy Monday. I'm just over here messing around with these colors, man. Y'all don't mind me. Don't pay me no mind. There he is. TD, what's up, bro?
Hey, I was in the circle. Good evening. How y'all doing?
I wasn't trying. I'm just messing around with some stuff, man. Been kind of hard at it all day. What's up, Tiger Nation? Happy Monday, man. Happy to have you guys. Happy Championship Monday. Or should I say celebration? Whatever it is, man. We national champs over here.
It all works.
Yeah, hope everybody had a good weekend, man, and had a smooth transition. What's up, Travis? How you doing, brother? Hey, man, we're gonna have an action-packed show. Brother Jay, what's up, fellas? You looking at one of the newest YouTube creators to hit 1K subscribers. Congratulations to you, brother. Keep doing the great work. Hey, man, if you make the content and that people like, people will go and watch your stuff, man.
Man, JTV cool, man. That guy's cool. I like that fella.
Yes, indeed. You already know the answer to that question. What's good? KT Dub. What up, baby?
KTW.
Justin, what's up, bro? Always good, man. This is Monday. Great chopping it up with y'all. What's up, Blue? Yeah, man. Hell of a weekend, man. Hell of a weekend. Open up the show tonight for you guys to come up and just share your experience. Listen, we all went on a journey this year. Hell of a ride, man. Hell of a journey. Hell of a time. It was outstanding, man. So you guys always get to listen to us, but we hope to listen to you guys some tonight, and we hope so. So don't be shy when you drop that link, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Like the old times. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from Brother C. Lee. I know you're out there, man. Hopefully, we're going to save some time for you to come up, man, and chop it up with us. I know you're proud. I know you're happy. I know you're good. I know Miss Rochelle going to pull up tonight. It's going to be a lovely family affair up in this thing, man. So, pardon me for the tardiness, man. I just was moving. I wasn't really, honestly, man, I was just moving. Miss Bunny just hit platinum. Welcome to the platinum chat, Miss Bunny. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. We getting a whole lot of signups. Holy smokes, just got a really cool sign up. That she went lump sum on us. I see you, Miss Bunny. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love them. Hey, listen, I love those one-hitter quitter signups to the collective, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with going monthly. But every now and again, you know what I'm saying? We need some one lump summers. You know what I'm saying? She's a platinum. She's a platinum sponsor for the collective, man. And we're gonna do some major things. Hey, listen, I know y'all were paying attention. I know. We won a natty on Saturday, and on Monday we got players hitting the portal. Don't fret, my friends. Don't fret. Y'all know we got some good coaches, man. One thing them coaches know how to do, TD, they know how to recruit.
I figured you was gonna say crew.
Recruit. C-R-U-T-U. Well, no, C-R-U-T-E. Recruit. I'm gonna make it up that way. Big BA, the big Aristotle. Shaq, what's up, baby? They be recruiting. Now you spell recruiting, C-R-U-I-T -N, recruiting. So listen, welcome to the new age of college football, where you can win a natty on Saturday and players who had a really good game will be gone on Monday. That's the world we live in now. There is no fretting, because when you got good coaches that understand the landscape, the new landscape of college football, you don't have no worries, man. See, there's some programs that don't even got no coach right now.
So are you saying count your blessings?
Huh?
Are you saying count your blessings?
Man, we are blessed beyond measure, brother. We have one of our own. This was a FUBU season. For those who don't know what FUBU means, it means for us, by us. One of our own, man, that is in the house. He's running the ship. He's holding it down. And we don't rebuild over here at 1400 J.R. Lynch. I don't give a damn what the haters say. We don't rebuild at 1400 J.R. Lynch. We simply reload. We finna run this thing back, TD. It's a beautiful day. Now, all I'm gonna say is this: sometimes it's good to be in the position that we find ourselves in. You know, I'm gonna speak for my position. I'm just gonna say this: it ain't nothing that happened today that I didn't know yesterday. Did we talk about it yesterday, TD?
Facts.
Has anything happened today that you didn't know about yesterday?
No, sir.
Not at all. We were sitting back saying, how we gonna speak on this? Well, we gotta speak on it. They're gonna tell it themselves, you know, but we knew about it. It's all good. It's okay.
Wish them luck.
I'm so glad the PTSD gone. You finally won a national championship, so we can relax. Let me tell you something, family. And I'll be more serious about it when I say it this way. You can suck and lose players to the portal. You can win and lose players to the portal. At the end of the day, every year your roster is a 1 year. It's a 1 year shot. You get a 1 year shot every single year.
Hey, bro, you got your light on over there?
I do. Why you ask me that?
Dark.
I look the same way I always look, bro.
I'm talking about the background. Background.
I always look that way. I got lights all over around this thing, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm at home now, bro. I'm chilling, man. I'm in my little mikasa. You know, I could tone it up a little bit, but no, I don't want to. I like it just like this. You can see me. You know who I am. You see the background. You see the name. You see all that good stuff, man. No, man, I do want to do this, and I'm gonna shut up and let you rock. I want to thank all the players, man, who wore that Tiger uniform with pride this season and elected to find, greener or brown pastures wherever they go. Because every time they leave, TD, it ain't green or pastures. Sometimes it's brown. And sometimes you leave from a nice little green yard to just mud. I'm just saying. Sometimes you leave and you go to a nice green forest, but the chances are, we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it all tonight. One thing we don't do over here, we don't run from nothing, man. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I'll shut up and let you jump in. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Let me know how you feel about something real quick. Let me try one thing, because I did.
I want to say again.
There we go. That might be a little bit better. That might be a little bit better.
Good evening again, Tiger Nation. Again, congratulations on our win. JSU Tigers. Look, man, well deserved, well appreciated. We appreciate all the hard work by the players and the coaches. I want to say this to you, Tiger Nation. You came from far and wide to come down to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Man, you guys showed up and you showed out. I mean, it shows why we the best traveling or the best fan attendance in FCS.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for showing up, for showing out. You wasn't quiet. You could hear you guys on television. You know, they had to acknowledge it. You guys was bringing it so well deserved. Congratulations to you guys. Thank you for the support of the platform, support of the players, support of the coaches. You know, brought it back to the Jack. You know, shout out to everybody. What up, Miss Bonnie? Yeah, it was good to see you. Some of you guys will be posted on KC-1400 YouTube page. Trust me. Probably drop it tomorrow. So,
man, I'm tired, man.
TJ, it's good to see you, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I've been working, man. I've been dropping a lot of content. Where Randy at when you need him? Randy, how you fall off? How Randy fall off, bro, when we become national champs? You was over here through all the struggle times. Now you should. Where the hell is Randy? Where's the content? We dropping all this content. Ain't no Randy. Y'all somebody check on Randy. Make sure Randy okay.
Now you know good and well when Randy got out of the Poconos, he went to Colorado. You talking about, man? Randy ain't been here so long.
I just thought about that when I said content.
Yo, Blue, what's up, man? It was good to see you, man. Blue be on it, man. Look, Ken, it was electric. I mean, I just finished watching the game again.
I watched it on the way home.
Man, I'm telling you,
that boy, it felt a little different watching it, didn't it?
Man. I mean, you get a chance to see some things different. I mean, it was some things different. Again, you know, it's well-deserved victory, man, with a lot of stuff going on in the city, with a lot of, you know, the negativity that's around. People have stuff to say. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, nothing going to be.
What negativity you talking about? What people talking about?
Huh?
Who talking negative?
I'm just saying, whatever people have to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, we always ride by 40. I mean, that's
that prime laid the blueprint. Listen, man, TD, I done got so many damn comments from these DDR folk, man. I'm sick of y'all. I tried to be civil, TD, the first night. You remember I got on the screen the other day and I was like, look, I ain't that. Y'all are annoying, man. My goodness. I ain't never seen a group of people that's want to spend so much time trying to tell us that our coach ain't done nothing. You motherfuckers are sick, man. I'm serious. Like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, let me keep going.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about that, man, we had
to remove a lot of comments. That's why I'm saying it. I don't respond. I just remove them. I remove them and keep going.
I mean, the coaches came over here and gave their own story. I mean,
it don't matter to you.
Them out, so it's good. What you know, it is what it is. Big John, what you talking about? Hey, John, that's not right. Hey, how you invite me to go to
no, bro. Keep going. We ain't talking about no fish tonight. John, we'll come back to that, bro. Keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah, we good.
I'm done.
No. Keep going. I mean, I want you. I see you lost your thoughts. As soon as somebody put golden fish, leave it go. We're gonna get back to golden fish. Let TD talk about what we need to talk about. You was on.
He inboxed me about he inboxed me about some fish, man, but it was too late. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm just saying, I'm just happy for Coach Taylor. You know, Coach O, the coaching staff, the players, man, the things that they, had to endure, the negative talk. And like Coach Taylor always say, he heard all the noise. He heard all the noise. So I wanted to ask him in the press conference, Ken, what the noise sound like right now. But the Miss Michelle, I think that's her name, she wouldn't give me the mic. She wouldn't give me the mic.
Yes, indeed, man. But anyway, Travis, that's right, man. We good, brother. Hey, man, it's all good, man. And we appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. What a hell of a weekend. What a hell of a time. Don't spam my chat, bro, because I'll zap your ass too. I mean that. All right, let's keep it moving. Go ahead. What else on your mind?
Oh no, man! I hope everybody had a good time, had safe travel, enjoyed themselves in Atlanta. Look forward to going back to Atlanta. And regardless of what what you see, players hitting the portal. Hey, like Ken was saying, that is what we on right now. That's the new thing. So you got to recruit your team every year now, Ken. So that's right. So that's what we on. We won the national championship, but some player felt, and they had to make a business decision or a family decision. You never know. You never know what is the reason why a person make the choices they make. All you got to do is support it. You know what I'm saying? And once a Tiger, always a Tiger. And right now, they're national championship Tigers. So there it is. Just continue to support them. I mean, don't get mad. Just trust the system. Just trust the process. And just know the coach is going to reload.
That's right. That's right, man. That's where we at. It said big. Hey, man, listen, it's been a hell of a weekend, bro. A lot of hard work that went into this thing, and hey, we celebrating tonight, man. We celebrating. We still on some celebratory type stuff right now. Ron T, welcome to the channel, man. We appreciate you. Who hit the portal? Tyus Martin, Shamar Hawkins, as well as Josh Noble. Josh Noble hit the portal. We kind of knew that, though. I'll say this on behalf. We really appreciate Josh coming in and playing a hell of a year. Had a monster year, first team all SWAC. Josh is from Camden, New Jersey. We kind of heard some, that he wanted to move, closer to home. The South was kind of weighing on him a little bit. So, he came from FBS. So going FBS is not really a big deal for him. He came from Western Michigan, for those who don't know. He was already at an FBS school in the what is that? Anyway, the MAC. I think it was the MAC. He came from the MAC conference in Western Michigan, defensive end. Had a really good year, man. So he get to go back into the portal and try to, cash in on his last year. We hope that we wish him the best, man. Shamar Hawkins, that was kind of a head scratcher to me, but hey, he betting on himself, got 1 year eligibility. Feel like he did more than enough to earn himself an opportunity to maybe step up into the next level and do some big things for himself. So at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. What you got, brother?
Before we dive into that any deeper, let me ask you this, because we hadn't talked about this. How do you feel the cricket celebration production was? How do you think,
I mean, it was similar to what we saw the first 2 times we went. One of the things I do like is that now I will say this: it is a different game at the Mercedes-Benz, though. It's a different game. It has more of a professional feel to it.
Yes.
You a lot of corporate stuff. You know what I mean? Corporate sponsorships, a little bit more strict with media. But the stadium itself is world class. I mean, it's a little different when you're there and you're living it as opposed to actually, watching it or whatever. So I thought it was awesome, man. I enjoyed every second of it. I tried to get as much content as I possibly can. I want to thank the coaches and the staff for allowing me inside to be able to capture some of those moments. Some of that stuff we weren't really able to get at the earlier part of the year. So I appreciate them for allowing me the opportunity to get in there and grab as much as we could. That's pretty much it, man. The vibes are there. Tiger Nation shows up wherever we go. And we, we pulled up, we showed up, and we did what we needed to do.
Is there anything you'd like to see different? Anything you'd like to see improved?
The refereeing. I mean, I know, man. I know the acoustics. Somebody just said that. Yeah, it's a big stadium, so it kind of is what it is. It's really not much you can really do, man. I can't really say that I would change a whole lot. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. I don't have any gripes about the venue. I don't have any gripes about all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, it said more. Yeah, make sure that the confetti comes out on time. You know what I'm saying?
Because Taylor said something about that, man.
Yeah, hey, that's right. I appreciate y'all, man. I gotta say this about the content aspect of it, though. I made a mistake, man. I did not. I was dropping content so fast, TD, that I didn't watermark my content, bro. And they started snatching my shit left and right all over the world, bro. And I was just like, eee. I talked to Austin today. I said, man, he was like, yeah, bro, you're gonna they gonna rip your shit. They gonna grab your stuff left and right. And it's nothing more frustrating than for you to miss a meal, miss some sleep, get up early, bust your butt, grind, try to live in the moment, and still grab all this content. And then you look up, TD, and you look at a platform, and you watching your own stuff. And then ain't nobody gave you no credit for it. I was like, what the hell? So I'm all in the comment section like, hey, man, that's my video. And I'm like, oh, I screwed up. And normally I'd never make that mistake, but I just was so focused on trying to just get it out. And I didn't watermark it. So
well, just say,
I'm sorry. Going forward, y'all gonna see a big old KC-1400 in the media of the content, in the right smack dab in the middle of it, man. So you just gonna have to look at it and deal with it, because I ain't never doing that no more. And then man, he put it on TikTok like it was here, and I put his name next to it and all that good stuff. BJ Washington's on the team, and he was there. He just, that again, we don't have any roster. Look, that season is over with. 2024, we won the national championship. We hope to see BJ back stronger than ever, healthy, start the season, and balling in on the field, man. That's it. Whoever played is who played. That's who played. Period, point blank. I don't have no updates on the roster. I ain't even finna give you that, but it's all good. It's cool. But yeah, smash time. Hey, smash time hey, bro. Come on, big dog. Hey, listen, I love your content. I love the work you do, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Now I see why K Cali, you know what I'm saying? Not K Killer Kev, Showtime. Hey, look, smash time. You know what I'm saying? I see why everybody like they watermark their stuff, bro. Because they would literally snatch your stuff up, man, and would like literally put it out, man. And that is nothing more like demoralizing in a sense where you looking at your stuff, TD, and they got more views than you got.
Oh. Hey, you know my great grandma used to call it
stealing.
Bout sense.
Hey, I sure said it. I told Austin today. I said, you know what, bro? I'm gonna remember that one. I said, you know what? I was talking to Corey today. I said, I never thinks I had somebody steal a whole fifth quarter. Bro, I'm talking about the whole thing. Like they was there. They done borrowed your camera, your travel miles, your everything. You in there doing all this hard work, and the Joker just sit back, man. They be making cash money, Blue. I had to deal with that today, man. I'm serious. I had to deal with it today. I'm talking about video after video. You know that video with Coach Vance Jones coming out there? Bow, bow. Then we busting at him. I mean, I'm right there with it. I'm right there with him now. I'm right there in front of him. And I'm talking about, I got 5,000 views, they got 10. I'm like, oh Lord, oh, this hurt. And then my boy, you know, with Black with no chaser, he done retweeted it, TD, and he tagging the Joker, and he done hit me up like, hey man, I done edited my version, but he done stamped the TikTok version. So even though the video that's up got the TikTok of the Joker that stole it don't care about it being on there. He know he stole it. And I don't really do TikTok like that. I'm trying to get into it, but man, I hate, bro. I do not care for no TikTok, man. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Bro he said, bro, I had somebody steal an entire 20-minute interview and clipped into small segments somewhere else. It's rough out here in this content creator world, man, especially when you out here grinding and you putting all that you got into this stuff, man. And jokers ain't doing the work that you doing, and they just want to reap the benefits and then sometimes reap more of the benefits. But hey, man, you live and you learn. So just be prepared when y'all watch the video. You're going to see a big old KC-1400 logo right smack dab in the middle like a belly button. I'm just telling you now. Go ahead, bro. You on mute, dog.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good. I was having something else. So they got you good, huh? How many did you drop? How many did they get?
They got about 3 of them. 3 of the best ones.
Yeah, man. The boss is not kicking in now. I guess you
woke up. Hey, this is very, very, very true. Thievery in all levels, in all aspects, not even content related. Okay. Anytime you take stuff that don't belong to you and use it for whatever you want to use it for, it's unconscionable. It's disgusting. Okay. Let's not be thieves, man. But that's the reality that we live in, man. That's the reality that we live in. Anywho, all right, man, let's keep it moving, man. Let's jump into some of these preliminaries, man. We got a big time commit this week. Today, man. We got a big time commit. I'm gonna jump straight to that, man. Actually, we had 2 commits, TD. We had somebody hit the portal.
Hey, let me ask something. Do you want to finish the portal and then hit the commits?
No, I got a reason why I want to go here, man. We got a portal commit, and we got a young man that decided to commit to play football. So after the game, we played South Carolina State, man. We dominated them on Saturday, and we got a content creator that done hit the portal. Hey, Kobe, welcome to the Tiger Nation. Kobe told South Carolina State, it was like after we dominated him, he hit the portal on Saturday night, y'all. And we also want to welcome Brother Venorius Cheney to the Tiger Nation family, man. So Kobe is official, man. Kobe said he leaving it. He said he out of there, man. He tried to give South Carolina State the benefit of the doubt. And after we dominated him on Saturday, man, he said no more. No more. I'm going to the dark side.
But Ken, he been flirting with the portal for the last few years anyway, man.
Hey, man, listen. He got an Airbnb in Jackson. I'm just making up stuff now, so don't. I'm just talking back, man. I know, man. We love Kobe, man. But shout out to Kobe, man. Hey, that's from a special friend over in Jackson, man. That's from a special friend. He got 2 names. He got 2 names as a first and last name. You do with that what you want to do with it. First name and last name is basically the first name. It started with Travis and end with Jerome.
That's it. Hey, kid, who recruited him?
Hey, man, he was already, he look, man, he came to a couple of games, man, and he was interested. And he said, hey, he is, man. Hey, man, great job, Travis, for recruiting, man. We love the media guys over here in Jackson, bro. So, hey, man, Kobe, it's all love, bro. Welcome to the Tiger fan. I told Kobe on the field Saturday, I said, man, you're the only person in the stadium that won, regardless.
Right. You did tell him, and that's true.
Win, lose, or draw, you won, big dog.
Hey, check it out. I know everybody wanted the fire plays to be turned off, but now we can turn it back on and it can say JSU.
There you go, man. Make sure that the fire is blue.
Make sure the fire is blue. The flame blue with white the tip of it white.
There you go, man. Said come cover a winner, man. E6, man. E6, the only man I ever known, man. And I got pushed by 2 referees in 2 separate championship games. That might be a record, man. 2 consecutive championship games to get pushed by a referee. Ain't that something? Hey, he said, Kobe, you okay?
Yeah, we love E6.
Yes, indeed, man. You gotta love it, man. But listen, on a more serious note, Venorius Cheney, man, big time pickup, TD. Transfer from. Listen, we got a lot of DBs exiting the room, and hey, man, the coaches are already. They've already hit a home run on quite a few recruits. Today, the Corey C and I had the pleasure of sitting down with actually four young brothers who were in on a official visit. He wasn't one of them, but this one kind of came out of nowhere, transferring over from USM. He was actually a JUCO All-American at DB. Yeah. I'll come back to that 1 second. So, but with him, that is true. He never lost a coin toss. Venorius Cheney, 6'2", 180 TD out of Macon, Mississippi. That Golden Triangle area, Noxubee County. I don't think I have to say who may have had a hand in that. Nah. I think you know who really hovers over that Golden Triangle area, who played in Noxubee County. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know those numbers, but dogs come out of Noxubee County, man. 6'2", 180, transfer from Southern Miss, 3-star JUCO safety, coming in to play safety for us, brother Venorius Cheney. Actually coming in to play cornerback. My correction. He's actually a 6'3" cornerback, TD. Big body corners, man. You know how Coach Terenzo Quinn loves those corners. Out goes Robert McDaniel. In comes Venorius Cheney, along with other big-time cornerbacks and DBs that will be committing in the upcoming field. I'm just telling y'all right now, just get prepared to see committed to Jackson State all week long. I'm just telling you that right now. We got some big names that's about to drop here in a little bit, so we don't really worry about who's exiting the door. Because I'll say this, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful manner. I hope you feel me on this when I say this, bro. But some of the guys that come in the room, you never heard of them before. They make a name for themselves in the Jackson State Tiger uniform. So going out of the door, they leave with a higher stock. I just want to say that there's a lot that goes into the success. Yes, the player comes in, they have to do the work, they have to actually go out and make the plays and make a name for themselves. But TD, there's a lot that goes into coaching. There's a lot that goes into play calling. There's a lot that goes into situational football, development, scheme, a lot of that good stuff. And sometimes guys shine. Unfortunately, TD, sometimes what happens is that you have players who shine in a great setting, and then they go other places and they don't have the same success. We wish everybody that exits the door the best, but I'm just telling you, we have to speak truthfully about the portal, and the percentages are extremely low of players who leave and go and actually have success at other places. So that doesn't mean that you're not, that doesn't mean that you're not a dog or whatnot, but it also means that the data is also the data. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it's true. It's true exactly what you said. And what I've come to find out about sports, because I've been, at odds with sometimes, you have a player on a certain team, you don't hear about them, they're not doing anything, you want to throw them to the Wolves, but then they get signed or go to another team or play for another team, and then they all whirl. It makes you wonder. So it just lets you know the importance of coaching, the team, the scheme that's being ran in the development. So like you said, some players come in here you never heard of, and then they get a well-known name. So
what up, Erv?
You gotta give a shout out to the coaches and the development of the players. So, for those who choosing to move on, then we wish them luck. What's up? What's up, Erv?
What's up, big bro? What's happening, baby? Hey, man, that's right. Kobe, man. What's up, big dog? What's up, Tiger? Tiger City Podcast, the Blitzing Tigers City Podcast. Hey, kid, how many players do we have on ice this past year? I don't know what that even means, Coach. What that mean when you say on ice? You mean like 1 foot in, 1 foot out? I don't know. They either in or out. I don't do gray. But that's right, Erv. That running back room gonna be dangerous. I would just tell you like this right here, TD. I was sitting down at the hotel with Coach Gallen, and he showed me a couple of names that that's all I'm gonna say.
So Erv, let me say this to you, young brother. Again, man, we appreciate you bringing your talent here to Jackson, Mississippi. Putting on that Tiger uniform. You know what I'm saying? You rock that 5 very well. So again, thank you for your talent, your services, and all the laughter that you brought to the program. And definitely thank you for help bringing the national championship to DI Love. We appreciate you, brother. We wish you much success in the future. We know you been invited to Legacy Bowl. We'll be down there to cover that as well. And like you said about the running back room, it been getting deep since you were there, and you have set a standard and a goal, brother, that I'm sure that those young players can look up to. So well deserved. We appreciate in your leadership, and just know your mark is left there as well, man. So rock on, brother.
There it is, man. Congrats, Erv, one of the best running backs in JSU history. That's right, man. Hey, man, you wore that banner the right way, proudly, man. You running back, Jackson State University, one of the greatest ever, if not the best running back to ever wear, to play the game. Walter Payton, I think you represented very well. And man, we're gonna miss you, bro. We love you, man. We appreciate you. Stay close to the program. Erv, you got family here for life, bro. Absolutely, man. Jackson is home. Kobe said, give him an interview. That'll be dope, man. I think that'll be fun to see you and Kobe sit down and talk that South Carolina talk, man. That's love. That we love it, man. Heart and soul of the team. Erv was passionate out there, man. I love when I was watching the game again. Erv jumped in and laughed his face after he got that second touchdown. Had to let him know, man. It's curtains for y'all, big dog. And I mean, what a moment, man. What a hell of a moment, man. We appreciate you, bro. All the best to you, man. We can't wait to get down to New Orleans for the Legacy Bowl to sit down and rap with you some more, bro.
Erv said in his video, kid, he said, I know who y'all running back is. It's a 1,000-yard rusher, but he better not slip. He said, I run violent.
Hey,
Erv
man. Hey, man, Erv, you're going to be one of the ones we get on Tiger Talk, man, to talk about your time at Jackson. Erv is always a good interview. I've been enjoying the content of all the interviews you've done, with all the different media outlets while at the Celebration Bowl. This has been some good stuff, man. We got a lot of stuff to drop. That's coming.
Hey, Erv, would it be safe to ask you, what did you say to that man when you scored that, when you drug me to the end zone? It probably won't be even safe for YouTube.
And get them disclaimers. But yeah, man, speaking of Erv, man, just so y'all know, while we got him on, man, we still got t-shirts to commemorate that 1,000-yard season. Go to KC-1400media.com. All shirts will ship this weekend, of course. And then we also have the offensive MVP, the general. Shirts on sale right now, KC-1400media.com. Stand on the shoulders of Sweetness 34, South Carolina born, but Jackson, Mississippi raised me into an educated black man. Gotta love that, bro. That's powerful, man.
Well, that boy's serious.
Hey, for real.
Hell yeah, man, he's serious.
Person here because he doesn't have to get a text about an interview for me. Hey, man, great job, bro. We proud of you, bro. For real. Man, listen, TD, I got to say this, bro. Road to 7,000 subscribers, man. We're almost there, bro. I know dropping all them damn videos and paid off because, man, we grew. We're only 8 subscribers away from 7,000 now. Grew about 367 subscribers, bro, over the past couple of weeks. So it's been pretty awesome stuff, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but you ain't help the cause, man. Just know that. You didn't help the cause, brother. Probably would have been there by now.
Hey, man. Speaking of, hey, Jason, y'all, you just, Hey, man, you moved me right to where I'm trying to go, man. He said shirt came in Atlanta. I'm rocking it at the parade. Listen, TD, we get a parade in Jackson, bro.
What?
How about that, man? You didn't know that?
Hey, the confetti gonna be on time this time, right?
Hey, did you know that, man? Shout out to the city of Jackson, the city to host a parade for JSU football following the national championship victory. City to host a parade for JSU football following the national championship victory. And man, let's see what the mayor had to say about it, bro.
So after they return from the holidays, we have talked with the administration at Jackson State, and we have settled on January 17th. Again, January 17th is the date. Tentatively, we're looking at 3 p.m. We are looking to share more details on who will be attending, if there are any shifts in that date.
Hey, man, January 17th, 3 p.m., first ever that I know of in my lifetime, national championship parade, man, in the city of Jackson. Hey, we gotta have a KC-1400 vehicle in that parade, administration. Come on, y'all. You know, I need them rings too, man. We need them rings. I need a swag championship ring, the celebration bowl ring, and we need a vehicle in the parade. And we're gonna get one of the sponsors to give us a convertible and have somebody drive so we can sit up on top of it and wave. That's what they do at the parade, right?
Yeah, man.
Got to do it, man. Nah, that's outstanding, bro. We're gonna be there, man. We definitely gonna be there. I don't care what it is. I want to see them. I want to see all the boys, man. I want them to. Now, listen. I don't condone this, but listen. If they smoking cigars and drinking in the parade, hey, give them a pass, man. She said, "Yeah, and freeze. It's gonna be that cold. We too big for a convertible, man. You come on, man. It's a little offensive though, man. You know, we big boys, but damn, you don't make convertibles that can fit 2 big boys. You know what I'm saying? A couple big fellas on the side. Come on, man. All right, we'll do a big SUV with the convertible top open and the windows down. How about that? Throw some candy. I have a whole lot of candy. I throw all kind of stuff, man. I throw T-shirts out the window. I'm serious. I'm gonna throw KC-1400 T-shirts to the man. You crazy?
That means I know your limitation.
Body shaming, man. Hey, man. Listen, I don't care what you talking about. The day is the what? What's the day? The day the 17th of it's the 16th. Today the 16th. Get a KC-1400 fire truck. What you want me to spray you with some water or something, bro? Nah, we gonna get a big SUV, man. Said ride out in the Gator. Hey, nah, man, that'll be cool though, man. It's all about the kids though. We definitely we come with a sunroof. Ken walked off the. Hey, man, listen, I'm full-fledged locked in on this weight loss journey that I'm going into the 2025. 2025 is about something up, dog. I don't know what y'all talking about. Can someone post a parade so I can watch it? We're gonna be live. We'll have somebody going live. I just don't know who it's gonna be because I want to be. I ain't trying to be working that day. I do want to get some content, so I had to hire. We had to hire. We've been locked in with a student creator by the end. Somebody gonna be doing some work for us, man, to get all that good stuff. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, man, beautiful moment, man, and that's monumental, historic. And we're excited about that for the JSU Tiger family, man. That's gonna be
and that's well deserved. So shout out to Mayor Chukwueze Lumumba and his staff for in the city of Jackson, for giving the parade. Is well deserved. And I'm sure the players appreciate it. I hope everyone is able to make it back. Hey,
man. Hey, Nug. Hey, we want all our football Tigers there, man. All the football Tigers in that thing.
I mean, and that's what I was saying. I mean, with that being after the holidays, some of the players, may not be able to return. So we need to definitely get that promoted.
Yeah. Hey, man, we do what we can, bro. We do what we can. Shout out to the whole crew, man. We've been definitely working hard this year. I'm sorry, this year. A couple more preliminaries, man. We'll get into this game, and then we're going to open it up to you guys. We want to hear from y'all tonight. We got about 15 more minutes, and then we're going to open it up. let y'all come up for a second, say what you got to say, and then we'll move on to the next one. But I do want to say this, man. Our foundation is everything. Our foundation will house. We only got about a good 15 days left TD of this year. And I just want to reiterate the fact that Friends of KC-1400 nonprofit is going to be the mothership of all things KC-1400. If you want to donate, just know that the ticker at the bottom of these videos are going to change. I will be changing the official name of the Cash App, which will be, it'll go to KC-1400 MG, solely for donations to this platform. But as far as like any type of initiatives and that type stuff, all of that's going to run through the foundation next year. The collective, everything will be running through the foundation. Of course, we got to do it a little bit more efficient. We're going to really elevate this thing in the right way. So the collective runs through our foundation. So go to the collective, sign up. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link tonight. I should have been did this, but hey, man, I got to tell y'all, man, TD, I've been taking some time, bro. Just taking my time. I get to it when I get to it. If I miss a call, I call you back. I just ain't really anxious about nothing right now. We won a natty, bro. So I'm kind of scaling it back from a standpoint of just being so anxious to just do everything right then, right there. Urgent, and just kind of just trying to slow down a little bit more, man, and really appreciate just time in general, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, nigga, come on through, man. It'd be great to have you. Nuggets, coming through. Come on through, brother.
Absolutely.
Hey, Ken, there was a lot of former players at the game, and that was a
whole lot of them. Whole lot of them. Shout out to Aubrey Miller. Shout out to Deontay Graham. Shout out to DJ Stevens. Jency's on the roster. Rico and Kobe, all of them are hurt. Shout out to all of them that were there at the game. Shout out to Santee. Shout out to Cameron Silman-Craig, Kevin Coleman. And hey, listen, I'll say this, TD. Shout out to one of the best Tigers that ever put a uniform on. Shout out to Travis Hunter, man, for winning the Heisman Trophy, man. Jackson State got us a Heisman Trophy winner now, man. Hey, listen, hey, we proud of Travis, bro. You know what I mean? We only played a year, but as he stated in his speech, I jumped up in the restaurant and we was watching it. I was super stoked, man, that he won this award. Forever cemented in the lexicon and history of Jackson State football. Number 12, man, one of the best to ever do the damn thing, man. So proud of Travis Terrell. I mean, not Travis Terrell. We are proud of Travis Terrell too, but Travis Hunter for winning the highest individual award in college football as the best player in the country under Coach Deion Sanders at Colorado. He was the best player coming out of the class. And you just go back, to some of the old tweets, man, when Shedeur was talking to him about coming to join him at Jackson State University. He put that uniform on, wore it proudly. Cameron Silman-Craig. Cameron said, super proud. Proud of you, brother. From the Jacktown to the Heisman stage, deserve it more than anybody. Love you, brother. And man, we just salute. We salute 12, man. He rocked out for us, TD. He did, man, and I'm proud of him. And here's what he had to say about Jackson State. Hey, man, that's all you can really ask for, bro. You know what I'm saying? The world would have went crazy if he didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, we claim him. The SWAC put out a photo. We're proud of that, man. We got that Cricket Celebration Bowl emblem on that jersey. And how dope is that, man, to win a national championship? And Ken, you know what I mean? He fooled me. Okay. And also to have Travis Hunter win the Heisman on the same day. That's pretty dope, man. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, definitely congratulations to Travis. Again, I never had the pleasure of meeting the young man, but from all I've seen, he's very humble, but and a great player, as seen by receiving the Heisman. I heard nothing but good things about him, and the way that he is, he keeps it low key for the most part for being who he is, from what I see.
Yep.
So very well deserving. Congratulations to him. Again, we appreciate that year of being the Tiger. We appreciate you turning the college world upside down by choosing Jackson State, by being the #1 player in the nation at the time and deciding to come into HBCU. So again, we appreciate the time that you spent here at DI Love. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Again, man, continue to be great, Travis. Continue to be humble. Continue to keep God first. And you already seem like a family man, so definitely, continue to put your family. So,
Yeah,
wish you well, sir. Congratulations, and keep being great, young man.
absolutely, man. And listen, hey, I wish you best of luck with your relationship, bro, because it's a little shaky right now because the public done jumped all into their business, and whew, that's rough, man. Wish you the best, dog. And anywho, congratulations on the Heisman, man. We proud of him, and hey, man.
Hey,
Look, one thing about Travis, we learned that he was paying 10 to 15 guys NILs. Hey, Travis, hey, man, hey, let him know we got a JSU collective. You getting a lot of money, TD. We'll be more than happy to accept the donation into the collective to keep the Jack. Don't forget about you. We love the shout out, man, but throw some coins this way if you feel like it. First HBCU Heisman out of Jack State. You damn right it is, and we proud of it. And we're going to take it. Now we know it's going to be some haters. Shut the hell up. He's a Jackson State Tiger. And we won the Heisman too on Saturday. We won a national championship and we won the Heisman. And we're going to be, I told y'all, we're going to be just like FAMU in Central Florida. We're going to be just like them folks over there in Florida. We claiming all of it. Yes, sir. But this time it's actually official. It ain't just some made up stuff. He actually was Jack State Tiger, and he shouted out Jack State in his speech. How cool is that? I ain't make him say it. He said it on his own. He said, "Thank you, Jackson State." Need I say more? And he got a SWAC championship.
Right.
Just saying now. Just saying. Congratulations to Travis Hunter. I done got so locked in on saying Travis Terrell. It just oozes out my mouth, man. But anyway, I want to say this though. D. Corey C and I had a great day today, man. TD, we had 4 recruits that are on official visits today. We did sit down with them on Tiger Talk today. Jack State should claim it. I promise you, IUW would claim it if Ward won. You damn right they would. It's blue. Ain't no should. We have. Travis Hunter is a Jack State Tiger, and we claim him just as he claimed us in his speech. That's all I got on that. ESPN said it also. That's right, Lewis. That's right. Official visit day, man. We recruiting, man. We recruiting. I want to, hey, listen, go to Tiger Talk TV. We got some dope official visit interviews, man. We had Wayne Patterson on today on the live, as well as on the platform today, as well as Ken Xavier. I call him Big Ken. Big Ken Lundy. Big Ken, man, coming out of Hollandale Simmons.
Get it right.
I learned something new today, TD.
Get it right. Okay.
He did not play with Tymon Wales in high school.
Oh.
When he was a freshman, he said he was in Texas. I said, oh, but he said him and Tymon live in the same street. They're neighbors. Know each other personally, man. So they get to actually play together, for the first time at Jackson State, man. And he had quite a few offers. He's the 1A player of the year. And the District 5 1A player of the year. Big time kid, man. Love to play linebacker, want to come off that edge on that defensive line position, man. So you watch out for Ken Xavier's Lundy, man. I know Avis is smiling real big right now. That's it. Nope. Huh?
Why?
So Avis, shout out to Avis out there. I know somebody gonna clip this out.
Avis?
Funny story that Avis likes to share. So Avis has a theory. Avis's theory is anytime we get a player with one of those names, like Kazarius, DeQuation, he said all of them are dogs. That's his theory.
Yeah, we have one named Kazarius Bowie too.
Hey, Dog. Hey, listen. I know Avis. I don't know. Hey, Avis, if you're out there watching, I just had to shout you out, man. I know he was. Look, we had another one, Christavius Savior. He's like, oh yeah, oh. Hey, he loved kids with hard names, bro. There it is, Caven Naviers. Hey, and you get anything, man. DeQuation. He like that dog. He a dog. That's his theory. And I gotta be honest with you, TD. He's not wrong, bro.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. It's crazy that, he's not wrong. Give me some more. Give me some more. Give me some dogs, man. Give me some dogs. I'm just saying. That's not saying that the regular names ain't dogs too, but he's just saying, like, anytime we get one of them names, bro, and it's like it's one of them hard to pronounce names. He said Ken and Peel names. Y'all something else. But shout out to Kenzavius Lundy. We had two other TD. Uh-oh. Oh boy, them coaches recruiting, ain't they? 3-star, Walter Owens. Coming out of Mendenhall, Mississippi, by way of Holmes Community College, man. JUCO All-American, brother.
And that young man look like KJ Chisholm.
He do, in a way. He kind of look like KJ Chisholm and Ashton Taylor in a little bit. Hey, but no, seriously. 3-star kid, got a lot of offers, man. He's a big safety, man. 6'2", plays, he's a ball hawk, plays the nickel, the safety, all of that. We didn't expect him to be in the list, but we got him on today. He's actually cousins with Corian Mathis that committed to us from the transfer to the defensive end. Ken, that means you a dog. Hey, I am a dog, man. I'm a dog in a lot of ways, man, when it comes to sports and athletics. Hey, man, I went hard, man. But see, you would go there, wouldn't you?
I mean, you use your government name. That's funny.
My government name is Ken.
Go with try.
Hey man, listen. I played up to my name. I played up to Avis's standard. Let me just say that. Anybody that know me from hooping or playing ball back in the day know that I went hard in the paint like Waka Flocka, man.
Hey Ken, what's the young man measurements?
6'2".
So okay.
That's what I said. Walter Owens is he's 6'2", 190 TD, 3-star JUCO kid. He got offers. Charlotte, Eastern Kentucky, Georgia State, Hawaii. Shucks, man. What else he got? Jacksonville State, Old Dominion, Texas State, Western Kentucky, UMass, Hawaii. I think I said that already, but big time offers, man. But he's the cousin of Corian. So, and then last but not least, man, Kamari Rogers. Hey man, we want him. 4-star kid out of Holmes County Central, former teammate of Jeremiah Williams, son of Jackson State great, legendary tight end, Marcus Rogers. You know what I'm saying? I think Kamari comes in and he automatically feels
the right uniform. Is that the kid?
What's that?
Is that the right uniform?
What do you mean? Is that the right uniform?
Okay, I thought he played another school. My bad.
That's Mississippi State.
Huh?
That's Mississippi State.
Yeah, you're not okay.
Yeah, that's practice. You know, one of the T-shirts or whatever. You know, Mississippi State is a Adidas school, and they got the black with the burgundy and white. Yeah, there he is. Hey, see, I knew he was there. What up, Avis?
Yeah.
Look at it. He said that shit crazy is Williams.
Right.
Yeah, he did start off at Miami, man, and then he went to Mississippi State.
Okay, you went on to the next gentleman. Okay, I got you now. I was
he's leaving JUCO now.
Okay.
And listen, if we get Walter, What you got on that? Hey, listen, I really want Walter bad, man. And I know the coaches do as well. Avis, they doing a really good job of recruiting, man. I think getting that 2-for-1. Old man names are better. Hey, give me some examples of old man names, man. You know, he said Walter, Tyrone. Tyrone is a dog. Tymon Wells is a dog.
Yes, he is. That young man ball.
Yes, indeed, man. But no, one of the things I like about this, when you look at this, when you look at the recruits, TD, all defense. 2 freshmen, and you get 2 kids. I talked to Kamari today. Man said Edgar Ray Harper. Damn. Cleophas Herman. Wow. Coleman went to Missouri. Yes, he did. He's going to Missouri. Hey, Leroy Eldridge. Damn, y'all coming with it, ain't it? But look, man, TD, I'll say this. Kamari has 3 years of eligibility on the field. Is K-Tron coming back? Look, I'm going to just say this right here, man. I talked to K. Look, I told K-Tron, man, bring your butt on back to Jackson, man. What you doing, bro? What you doing, man? What you doing? Hey, he back. Hey, big dog. Hey, listen, man. We see you in the chat again, man. We ain't got no scholarship to give you though. You're gonna have to gotta get in contact with one of the coaches, man. These are not names. These names got me hollering. Trap music. Kevin Coleman sat 2 rows in front of me at the SWAC championship. Man said Udale, Bobby Earl, Milton. But yeah, man. 3 years of eligibility, man, potentially. Definitely 2. But he could do a 3rd one if he needed to. I DM K-Tron 2 tone and running. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, when K-Tron left us, went to Charlotte, TD, went back home, went back to the East Coast. Haven't really had a lot of production, man. K-Tron, you gotta get on the field, bro. Get on the field, man. Ball out. You come put K-Tron right next to Jeremiah Williams and Demonian, Tymon Wells, Cyrus Bowie. I mean, come on, man. We know Tyus Martin hit the portal, but you look at what they're bringing in. We got some other big time commits that's going to hit this week. We actually, from what I talked to Coach Kylie James, man, we may have two more commitments this week expected on Thursday and potentially tomorrow. So just be on the lookout for that defensive line, man. The coaches we don't rebuild, we reload. Otis. So yeah, man. If you haven't had a chance, go to Tiger Talk TV. Check out these interviews, man. Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
See what else we got out there, man, before we get into this game. Like I said, I gave my take. I do want to make sure, look, we should see some more invitations, hopefully, man, to the Legacy Bowl. Evan Henry, Erv Mulligan, Robert McDaniel, Matt Knoll, Kurt Ford. Need to see E6. Need to see, hopefully, I'd love to see Day-Day, Keevick Wiggins, Jr., all of that. We need to see all of them, man. We really should have 8-9 players down there represented, and that still ain't enough. But nevertheless, man, we're excited about our Tigers. While we're at it, listen, we talked about the collective. Listen, if you're in the chat, if you love Jack State football, if you're excited about the level that we're playing on, listen, man, sign up, join the collective. We need all hands on deck. It's a major push, man, and we ain't got a whole lot of time to play around with it. We already got Josh Nobles done hit the portal. We got Shamar Hawkins done hit the portal. We got Tyus Martin done hit the portal. We got Nyreek Sharp hit the portal. And it could be some more coming down the pipe. Rob McDaniel should get a Shrine or Senior Bowl invite. Honestly, ridiculous that he hasn't yet. I tagged both of them, Blue. I tagged Nagy and I tagged East West Shrine, said, come on, man, with the invite. I don't know if Gerald got any pull over there, but, man, we need Rob McDaniel over there one of them games. Definitely the Shrine Bowl, because I can't wait to get over there to cover that game. Would love to have him over there. I'll be in Frisco with an exclusive interview. Yes, indeed. Matt Knowles should be at one of these too, honestly. Matt Knowles should at least get an invite somewhere. One of the best punters in the country.
He is.
Yes, indeed. So hopefully so. But listen, sign up to the collective, man. Had some major conversations today. Really pushing hard, man. Got a lot of last show, TD, on yesterday. We did a reaction show yesterday morning. Got about 10 signups, man, and then even about 5 more after that. But big time efforts needed to really grow this pot so we can do more NIL deals. There was some news about Michael Vick coming to the college. Potentially going to Norfolk State. Then TD, what comes behind that is Sacramento State, who's moving to the Pac-12, and they got a new football stadium coming down the pipe. And they got a FCS school, man, got $50 million in the NIL collective, bro. $50 million. Now, I do want to say this. They are getting some support from the Sacramento Kings. Let's call it what it is. They are. I even read reports to that even long before I even knew what their total was. But that's very attractive for any school. I don't see Michael Vick taking a Norfolk job if they're going to go all in on him like that at Sac State, because you get to, even though he'll be in California, TD, they're going to really give him the actual amount of, they're going to give him the money that he needs to build a high octane coaching staff, to pay a great coaching staff and go around him. They got $50 million in the collective to pay players. And they got a new stadium coming. Sac State denied the story. They denied the story? They did? That's bull. That's malarkey. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Anywho, we'll see what happens, man. They said it's premature. Listen, here's the thing about those reports, man. Whoever wrote that story did not. They wrote that story on good. They wrote that story, TD, with information. And all that premature stuff is they wanted them to walk it back. They interviewed him, but that 50,000 dedicated though. But that's fine though, Blue. This is what I want to say about that. This is not bad, because $5 million in a collective for a fucking FCS program is nuts. Now I know they FBS school, but I mean, come on, man. That's still good money though. And you got a lot of kids in the portal that need a home. So $5 to $10 million a year in NIL money. Then you're talking about revenue sharing. There's going to be all different types of things that they can do. I'm just saying. He interviewed with Norfolk State today. He may choose Norfolk. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But I just feel like, first dibs, he may. I know he's from Virginia. We'll see what happens. It'll be a cool story in the HBCU space, but, everybody trying to catch lightning in a bottle. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anywho, sign up for the collective. Listen, grab your tickets. Go to Twitter. Out on Twitter, we put that out there today. Every day I'm going to post about this event. Need you to grab your tables, grab your tickets. A lot coming down the pipe. HBCU pass. Hey man, if he takes the job in Norfolk, great. Then we can move on from it, and we welcome him to the HBCU community. It is what it is. If it's a done deal, it's a done deal. So it's cool either way. It doesn't really. He's gonna have a tall order, because you still got to recruit a team good enough to beat the likes of South Carolina State as well as North Carolina Central. Yeah, they should be able to recruit well under Mike Vick, but we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, that's a MEAC thing they got to deal with. The only way you can get to play Jack State is you got to win the MEAC and play us in the Celebration Bowl. So either way, JSU by a lot. I did see Mike Vick at the hotel on Thursday, on Wednesday or Thursday, one of the days when I was in Atlanta, bro. It was pretty cool. I was kind of starstruck. I was like, holy shit, that's Mike Vick.
Right. But one thing about it, I mean, just like they said, you don't come out there throw not one pass or jerk not one person out of their cleats. So it is what it is, man. I mean, I think he'll do a great job of recruiting. I mean, his name alone, because he is
he is who he is.
Yeah, he is who he is. I mean, he does have that name. So players want to come along, just for that, man.
Yeah, I mean, coaching is about motivating. Really, college coaching is about recruiting. So hopefully, if he does do that, that puts them on the map. There's going to be a lot of people that just like Mike Vick that wants to support him and see him be successful. I don't have a problem with that. I was one of the biggest fans. TD, all I ever played with in Madden was Atlanta when I was playing with John Madden football. You know what I'm saying? That was it. I go give me number 7, and I'm gonna just run and throw the ball, because I knew you couldn't catch me. NIL consulting fee for Norfolk Collective. Hey man, give me a call. Fly me over there to the East Coast, man. I'll be more than happy to come sit down with you. I'll give you the whole blueprint. Speaking of blueprint, by the way, there's a lot of DDRs out there talking about previous coach laid down a blueprint. We was talking about this in the car with LB about what a blueprint is. A blueprint is something that actually works. That can be duplicated. You can't make a blueprint for something that never actually saw fruition. You know, that I think people getting misconstrued with foundation. You can say he laid a foundation. Now, one thing he did leave a blueprint on. I want to give Dion some credit for something. The media aspect, telling your story. He absolutely laid a blueprint for that, because I can tell you right now, the content that you see me doing on this channel came from the likes of well-off media and the pregame show. That fly on the wall content is what I call it. And I'll be lying through my teeth if I didn't tell you that that's where we get that from. I don't care about giving credit where credit is due. Hell, if it works, it works. But when it comes to, I'm gonna stick with what the coach said on Wednesday night when we had a chance to sit down with him. What did the coach say? Coach said, yeah, the cupboard was full, but hell, he took the whole cupboard. So when you're talking about leaving a blueprint, it has to be a blueprint. By definition, is merely just a piece of paper, TD, that's blue. It's basically day-to-day football operations. Who you trying to tell me, or you just guessing? That can also be your imagination, because there are a lot of things that are very different. You could say that, but if that's what you're talking about, then cool. But when we're talking about getting on the field and actually winning the game itself, you have to do it in order for that to be the case. And I know a lot of people want to. This is what I don't like about that conversation, though, people. Why do we take that statement and we weaponize that to piss on TC? That's a sign of hating. That's a form of hating. When you don't want to give a coach who had to come in. It's just amazing to me that people turn the volume up on that blueprint talk when it comes to highlighting what he did, and they don't ever want to give Coach TC Taylor his credit for the work that he had to do. And that man came right on his platform and told you what he inherited and what he had to do. He had to literally rebuild the entire damn thing and start over. So, yeah, you can talk about a blueprint, but damn, if the paper gone and all of that stuff, you're going off just memory now at this point, because there was nothing left in place. Nothing when it comes to the football aspect of it. And it's just annoying. And this is why you can't have conversations, real true dialogue with people, because people don't ever want to consider the facts. They don't ever want to consider the data. And you get people that are idiots that want to jump in your comment section and talk to you about what they're imagining, and they don't realize that they're talking to someone who was there for both of them. I was in the room the same day that Dion was hired, TD, when he did his press conference. I sat in the room with him too. When the 1400 club went in there, we were close enough to see a lot of stuff. And I'm telling you, by telling the facts, we're not holding back. We'll be more than happy to tell you what he did for us. A blueprint is a plan, but if it don't come to fruition, it don't work. It has to come to fruition. Otherwise, every coach has a blueprint, right? But usually,
you know what? I was just about to say that.
Every coach has a plan. But if you're talking to a coach who has a plan and it never comes to fruition, what are we talking about?
Hey,
we got coaches out there with losing records right now that's got a great plan that it never manifested.
And you know what? One thing that Coach Taylor said and Coach O both, as they was on the show, they said they know what they knew what they wanted this team to look like. You know what I'm saying? After all the departure and everything. So he had a blueprint in his head on what he wanted his team to look like. And apparently the blueprint worked because he had a national championship coach.
This is the thing, though, TD. What just happened on Saturday was TC Taylor established the blueprint. That's what happened. The blueprint was established on Saturday. It wasn't followed, because you can't follow something that didn't exist. There was no frame of reference. There was no exit. There was nothing you can go back to that told you how to win this game because it never had been won before. I'm just saying. So that's all we're saying. No, ain't nobody stealing my joy. And you got to worry about that, FH. Just having, see, this is what y'all understand. I don't approach this conversation with emotions anymore. We're national champions. I don't give a damn. Y'all can sit back and rant and rave to you. You're going to be talking to yourself. I ain't been entertaining, and I ain't even mad about it. Sometimes I just be like, that's just stupid. This is what you can't do these days. You can't have dialogue with people who already have their mind made up before they even talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you just want to say that Deion gets all the credit and TC just followed him and he hired Deion. Deion hired him and all that type stuff, and TC don't get. I just have a problem with that. Because the problem is that you don't have to piss on TC to give Deion credit. If you really speak the data, you just say what it is. But then again, we don't even have to talk about him anymore. This was something that he done. This is the first time it's ever been done. So we don't have to refer back to the 2 losses. Now,
well, you know, a lot of time in this you develop what you get from experience. And when you look at, the stops that Coach Taylor has made from being in the MEAC, you look
according at no. Stop, TD.
Mm-hmm.
He made it okay for good players to consider JSU again. I want you to understand something, bro. Them players that left, they didn't play at Jackson State because of Jackson State. They played at Jackson State because of Deion, bro. And at the end of the day, Jackson State is a Division I program. You know what I mean? Yeah, there may have been a few players that came because of Jackson State, but you can't act like the Jackson State post-prime was so alluring. You know what I mean? The lights were dim. So I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's not and I'm not saying that you're not wrong about maybe a player or two saying, hey, maybe I can go to Jackson State. But I'm just telling you, like when things are a lot different, it ain't the same. You know what I mean? So I would err on the side of, I think our coaches know how to build relationships and sell. This is what you're not giving the coaches credit for when you say that. TD, you have to sell a program that, and this is what we don't know. This is what we don't know. Let's wait until Deion leaves Colorado. When he leaves Colorado, let's see how well the coaches, that the coach that comes behind him, let's see how well they are able to sell Colorado. Does that make sense? Is that fair? Is that fair? Thoughts on that before I go any further?
Nah, man, I don't have no thoughts on that.
I'm not, and it's not an emotional driven conversation. It's just dialogue.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is TD, I remember you saying this when you first jumped on this platform and sat on the stage. You remember what you said? It was like, the challenge is going to be for us to not let that light go out. The light is bright. What are we going to do to keep the name relevant in front of people's eyes?
Right.
It's hard to sell something that was at a zenith and then it dropped to nothingness in the eyesight of everybody. So now coaches got to come back in and say, well, it's still Jackson State, but we want to say, okay, because the kids chose to play for Coach TC, somehow that you want to give Deion credit for that. How about we just give the coach credit for being able to have conversations with parents, be able to sell his vision, be able to put together a staff, be able to talk to these players and convince them that playing for me at Jackson State is something that will work for you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got on that. Let's move on.
Thank you. That's yeah, man. Well said. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, man, we had Coach O on here, we had Coach TC on here, and I think that put the nail in the coffin on what needs to be said by that. So I have nothing else for that conversation. I mean, it is everybody pushed on. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to Travis for winning the Heisman. Congratulations to Coach TC Taylor and Coach O, you know what I'm saying, for building a dominant team that went out and won, the national championship. Shout out to the players that believed him. He spoke on E6, the story behind E6 and how he was one of the first players that, committed and said if he got the job, he'll come play for him, in the Barra Cabinet. So, I mean, it is what it is. So I like I said, when Coach O was on here a couple of weeks ago and Coach Taylor was on here last week, they submitted that and what they had to say, and I think they finalized what was done with that. So, and hey, they went on out Saturday and confirmed it.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is that this conversation is way easier now. We're national champions, something we've never been, and under no coach. I'm not saying there weren't Black national championships, because the way it was made back in the day was based off just winning, having the best record, and it was made off of the vote. You'd be national champions at the HBCU national champion, and that was considering all divisions. TD, that was D2, that was everybody. You still be, national champions at the end of the year based off what you were doing. But this Celebration Bowl has added another element to it. I don't think that there were any two teams that were at the top of their programs outside of Tennessee State, but they don't play in the HBCU conference. But getting South Carolina State, Jackson State going out there and undoubtedly showing that we were the best HBCU team in the country this year.
Again, how surprised do you think South Carolina was of the size and the physicality of the Jackson State team? I mean, because they spoke with, they had all the confidence. They really felt that they would go on the field and dominate.
In the words of the great Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan until they get hit in the face. And I just want to shout out Coach Beef. I saw something. I got a text message today in regards to some stuff from the Southern University. I saw a little post that was screenshotted where they were talking about strength and conditioning. They would tell us at the time. I kid you not. And I ain't gonna put that out there. It's already out there publicly. Just know that people screenshot and send stuff out. And here's what they were alluding to, TD.
Mm-hmm.
The difference maker and why we can't beat Jackson State is strength and conditioning. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to sing it until the cows come home. I am going to give credit to our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Jalen Beef Watson. I know people like to piss on his name and act like disrespect, bro, and act like that's a young brother. Beef 27 years old, man. And Beef came to us and asked us, we did something. People forget, man, we raised $50,000. $50,000, bro, in 2.5 weeks to add names, to add the Jackson State logo to the weight plates. Now, the school was already doing the revamping the weight room, and we just added a little juice to it. But this is what I want to say. I just want y'all to understand that you do realize, TD, that the blueprint, the blueprint. Oh, yeah. The blueprint of the weight room renovation was designed by the strength and conditioning coach. That's somebody that knew something, put it on paper, designed it, got the stuff, and brought it to fruition. And you see the results of it.
And, after going back and watching that game, Ken, I thought at times that some of the South Carolina State players were trying to stop the clock by faking injury. No, those young men was really cramping.
Their ass knocked off out there, man. It was, man, a motivated. This is what I always say. TD, how many times you heard me say this throughout the season? What happens when Jackson State get up for somebody? Everybody talking about everybody get up for Jackson State. Everybody go to Jackson State got up Saturday. You look at the coin toss and tell you they got up. Them boys said, okay. Like Jeremiah said, okay, we on that. We on that. Everyone's like, all right, them sound okay. Them boys came out motivated. I woke up motivated. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. That was the difference. So your question was how surprised. I think TD, now undoubtedly, I feel like South Carolina State absolutely felt like. Now, I want to give South Carolina State credit. The interior defensive line was stout.
Yes.
They did a really good job. Really good job. The DBs got roasted. They were barbecue chicken, though. Shout out to Jacoby Morgan, the general, for slicing and dicing, looking like the little salt chef out there. He out there cutting them up. He was slicing and dicing them jokers. You know what I'm saying? But the D line was stout. Erv had 25 rushes. He didn't hit 1,000 yards. That's a good point. No, I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, Let me laugh so I can say to me. Hey man, hey listen. Eric Smith is that dude. 41. 41, 0. There were some dudes on that line.
0, yes.
Who's the other one? Number 1. Number 19, I think number 19 hurt his arm, bro. I was looking on the side. I thought he broke his arm, bro. He ran out the field looking like the dude that was like, my grandma gave me that chain. That's how he ran out the field, bro, holding his arm. Arm was just a dangling. I was like, ooh, arm looked a little squishy. But I'm saying, TD, we bringing that wood, man. The physicality all game long. It didn't let up. We didn't get tired. We didn't look gassed. And we had just played last week. They were the ones that had the time off.
And, I thought about that. You remember I said something about the rust.
Boom, shakalaka. Good point, Travis. There you go. Read that for me.
That's basically what we've been saying, the whole time. Matter of fact, the players have alluded to it time and time again. They said it in the press conference, and they've been saying it. So
that's all we're saying, man. That strength and conditioning, and to your point,
who hired Coach B?
Coach Taylor.
Okay.
He hired everybody in the room. It wasn't nobody left. Everybody was gone.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Everybody was gone, bro.
So yeah, man. Like you said, that and I said to Muda, I said, look, man, number 41. I said he's gonna bring it. I said, I
bet you one thing, T. I bet you one thing, Muda gonna be stronger next year. And guess what he's gonna be? Guess what it's gonna be based off of, T? That last battle he had in the national championship game.
Ooh,
is that fair?
0-2, 0-2 was a problem.
0-41, man, was
0-41. 0-41, yes, sir.
Hey, man, I ain't much respect to them boys. I don't know what they class. I can go in their roster and take a look, but they got some dudes over there, man. They got some dudes at South Carolina State, and they're gonna be good for foreseeable future under Coach Berry.
You know what? When I saw a couple games that they played, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first thing that came to my mind when I looked at their defensive line, I said, "Ooh, they got about 3 or 4 Tymon Wells on their line."
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
No one was here. No one here saw them on Friday. They were so relaxed and having fun. When we went to Radio Row after walkthrough, it was scary how relaxed our guys when I saw it for the last 10. For real, bro. Respect. Travis is giving you all the goods. Go ahead, TD. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm done talking. We're talking football, but I want to open it up to those who, for you guys to kind of come in and want to hear from some of the folks we ain't heard from in a while. Go ahead, bro.
Right. Yeah. I just say what I said when I first saw him. I knew that defensive line. I said, you weren't looking at a bunch of 6'4", 6'5", 6'3" type guys. Those guys wasn't very tall, but they, they was, you can tell they was in the red room. They're very solid. So I was like, those guys are gonna bring it. And so when you look at number 41, he was doing these things. Zero was doing these things, but and it was a battle. We always talk about the battle in the trenches. That is exactly what it was. They won some, we won a lot. Matter of fact, we won the game. So apparently, that what it was. Mason Barton. He came in. Unfortunately, our man left tackle Kurt, ended up with a slight injury, and Mason Barton came in and did his thing. So again, go ahead.
Look at what Fred just said. All of our wide receivers balled out in this game. No drop passes, bro. Isaiah Spencer, monster game. Jonas Fertillion, monster game. Jamil Gardner Jr., monster game.
Yes.
Dupree, monster game. Did no drop passes, bro. If it hit them in their hand, they didn't drop nothing. They dropped nothing, bro.
In general, yep. In general, leading the charge.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, Miss Rochelle, you're gonna be with us pretty much all night, so we'll let the guests come in and talk first.
I'm not gonna be here all night. I got
We'll come. We got you. Hold tight. Jerome, what's up, bro?
Hey, good evening, everyone. Rochelle and TD, Thank you, guys. And Ken, thank you so much for having me up here.
So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was speaking to you. How you doing, sir?
Oh, doing well, sir. Yes, sir. So I promise not to be long. Just wanted to say a couple of things. I wanted to piggyback off of Ms. Rochelle's comment about let's celebrate ourselves. You know, when you think back, 2024, Jackson State has been a real flex. Going back to February, the Sonic Boom opening up at the Super Bowl, and here we are in December, we end up at the Celebration Bowl winning. What other HBCU can say stuff like that? And then you look at our alumni participation rate is through the roof, probably one of the highest among HBCUs right now. We've got a lot of great initiatives to increase, of course, enrollment. We are moving this train forward. We're back on track, and we are definitely moving forward. I also wanted to say, you know, it was so beautiful coming down from Charlotte, seeing all the Jackson State car flags on 85 South, getting to Atlanta and just seeing this sea of blue and white. And it's so interesting, man, to hear the commentary from other HBCU alums who were at the game. There was a brother from A&T on Twitter. He said, man, I'm an Aggie through and through. But he said, you know, you saw that? And you hear that same sentiment among a lot of HBCU alums who are at the game. So it's kind of a good segue with respect to, you know, the blueprint conversation and all that. Everybody can see our beauty and our genius, but sometimes we got to be reminded by outsiders how wonderful Jackson State's brand is. And it reminds me of the day after, you know, Coach Prime was announced as a head coach at Jackson State. He was on Good Morning America, and he laid out the Jackson State blueprint. And if you guys, you know, want to go back and see it, I'll post it on Twitter. You can go to YouTube. But he essentially said there were 3 reasons why he came to Jackson State. Number 1 was because we had the highest attendance in FCS consistently. Number 2, we consistently lead the FCS and APR, academic progress rate. And he also said we have 4 NFL Pro Football Hall of Famers. So, you know, when you look at those variables, that they all align to what Ken was saying as far as the definition of what a blueprint is. And you talk to other HBCU alumni, they're like, hey, well, how do y'all do what y'all do? How do y'all get this fan base? How do y'all get this engagement, et cetera? You got to look at those variables. And there's a host of other variables that come into play, like the Sonic Boom and just the overall tradition of Jackson State's connectivity with the communities that they directly serve. But we've got a blueprint that everybody wants to emulate. And I'm pretty sure folks on this panel would love to, like, if they're asked, like, by other HBCUs and say, hey, what are y'all doing so special at Jackson State? We don't mind sharing the secret sauce. But let's give credit where credit is due. The root and the foundation was always there at 1400 Darrell Lynch Street. So that's all I've got. I love to everybody on the panel in the chat, and God bless.
Hey, Jerome,
oh, yes, sir.
Jerome, before you go, I heard you say at the beginning, you said this year started off with the Boom being at the Super Bowl and ended with us being in the Celebration Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Cycle started over in January, because January the 1st, the Boom is going to be where?
At Pasadena, California.
Pasadena, California, at the Rose Day Parade.
Yes, sir.
So it's starting over, same way.
It's a machine, man. We cannot be stopped. You know,
well, I want to add something before you go, Jerome. Is just when we are doing the things that we do at a high level, nobody can touch us.
That's it.
It just doesn't matter what it is. I know people don't like to, even when we were in our worst times, in our down times, we still were carrying the flagship of what the potential could have been. And we needed Deion Sanders at the time that we got him. It was a needed thing that came in. And I'm going to say this again for those who didn't hear us the 787 times that we said it. We appreciate him for the 2 years that he came, for what he did for us. And the thing that annoys us is the fact that people never want to hear the what we did for him part.
That's right.
And that's the only thing that people are trying to say, is that he absolutely benefited from it. And it's not hate when we say that, because they didn't want to put him in. He wasn't going to become a coach. Now, he did open up some doors for like other players getting coaches jobs straight out of the NFL with no experience. But let's call it a day. The Arkansas told him no. We told him yes. And after they saw the magic of Jackson State connected with the magic of Deion Sanders. They was like, well, we want that too now. So
yeah,
you have to tell the whole story. You can't just talk as if we were the redhead stepchildren with holes in the bottom of our shoes, and we just had this knight in shining armor come through for a hot second and gave us everything, and now we're riding high because of what he gave us and left us, and not tell the dismantling of everything that was in place on the exit. But the beautiful thing about it is, Brother Jerome, you said something, even when we were going through our lowest time, that this school is a blessed school that's covered by God. I mean, our foundation and origin is Natchez Seminary College. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And with that, everything that we needed, we had in the house already. So
it's in the house.
It was already in the house, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Everybody's winning right now. So we just, in our culture, in our community, we just haven't gotten to a place where it's okay to just say everybody wins. We have to piss on somebody. We have to throw mud. We have to throw some type of negativity in there. And I just get annoyed with the weaponization of the past, when all you have to do is just call it for what it is, move on, and give the man that isn't running this thing, give him his flowers, man. Thank you, bro, for coming up, speaking that real like you always do.
Oh, yes, sir. And one last thing, I want to also give a shout out to DeMarco Morgan for shouting us out today on Good Morning America. It's so amazing, man, to see that we've got so many alumni coast to coast in various spaces to make sure they, carry that Jackson State flag. But before I go, Ken, you said something very profound the other night. You were talking about how sometimes it seems as if there are folks in our community that are not used to seeing a Black institution like Jackson State support all things Black. And when they see us so fervent in our support and our swagger, it kind of turns them off, and they begin to, feel like, I guess it's like I won't say cognitive dissonance, but they revert back to this brainwash type of Power 5 thing, and they feel the need to attack. But there's no need to attack something of which you come from. You should gravitate towards a school like Jackson State because it's all love. It's all Black love. Let me say that. But that's all I got.
Every community in the world does that. It's just that in this country that we live in, we're so conditioned. The norm is Black divisiveness in whatever capacity it manifests itself. It doesn't matter. As long as we're divided, that's what's normal. The anomaly, the salmon swimming against the stream, is Black folks coming together unitedly and actually doing something for the greater good and the greater cause of the greater community. And we just have been so conditioned to doing so much so that we see people in our community now watching what we do. And while the vast majority of those that are out there are they're congratulating it, they're recognizing it, you still have this small little group of people that tends to piss on it, for lack of better words, and it's just you go into it knowing that's what it is. It is what it is. So we just got to keep doing the good work. It is what it is.
I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed night.
Hey, you too, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Right,
yes, ma'am.
I know somebody said something about Mr. Ford on said, did you see Mr. Ford's comments on Timona's show in relation to, there it is. I think he said it's Timona, not Simona. It's Timona. She loves D. How about that? The SWAC is in trouble when trying to deal with JSU. I seen Brother Nicholas Malachi just joined us. Hold tight, Nick. But in lieu of the comment of Brother William Taplin, got a little something for y'all, man. I put this together, and it's for the SWAC.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I see
what I'm saying.
I thought.
No, so, I'm saying that you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
That's all I got. I just wanted to make sure that I reiterate. Y'all know y'all in trouble, right? Go ahead. What's up, Nick? Before you go, Nick, I want to hear from my sister, Miss Rochelle. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm looking at Rochelle like, yeah. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry on that.
Hey, TD. Hello, Ken. Hey, Jackson State family. You
Hey,
know,
Michelle, how you doing? Excuse me, I was coughing.
and hey, Nicholas, I'm not sure who that is. I just gotta say a couple of things. I think when we first interviewed Coach Taylor, I gave him Romans 8:28. For we know that all things work together for the good, right? But what I see is that like today, you know, I want JSU family, get it all out of your system today. Because some of y'all got PTSD.
Bad.
Yeah, y'all traumatized more than you realize. And I look at it as this: don't argue with people who want to misunderstand you. And what I can say, Ken, that I saw today, people that I know that are not connected to Jackson State defending Jackson State. And I thought it was amazing. I was scrolling down people that are not connected with Jackson State School. They straight represent us. Y'all, why are we trying to prove who we love to people who don't love us? Let me just say that one more time. I need y'all to quit. It's okay. We were fighting when we were losing, and we fighting when we winning. That means we don't even know how to rejoice without attaching trauma to us. So now I got to hit the therapy head in me. Is that even though we had did something that was amazing this year, we still, some of us don't know how to just celebrate it without bringing trauma along with us. Y'all need to give yourself permission to celebrate us unapologetically and quit attaching the trauma. Jerome told us a long time ago, Jackson State is an ordained school. And we know we got a whole lot of folks that's watching us tonight to see what we moving at. And one thing I can say, slavery did a number to us, because to see so much hate from other Black schools was crazy to me, but I understand it. But I'm just talking right now to my JSU people. Listen, the Bible says a house divided cannot stand. Now, we glad y'all love us. I'm talking now to Jacksonians and anybody who love us. But now it's time for us to go a little bit further in what we want to do for our school, because we can do anything. Once we put our mind together, it's absolutely nothing we can do. And that's why I brought that scripture. The Bible says a house divided cannot stand. Yeah, we can't stand. So right now with this 1400 collective, this KC-1400 collective that we want, we don't need talking now. I don't care what you got, whatever you have. If you put love first, and I'm going to go here, say, God bless the money that I have. And God will go tenfold. But right now we need it, because trust and believe. They coming after everybody we got, because they know we have the talent, they know we have the love, but they know we don't have the income. But we can make that a difference. So I'm asking y'all to search our hearts and pray over this. I'm serious about this. What can you give that it will not hurt your pockets, that you can give consistently? I need you to go check your budget and see what your budget is, and see what can you do that you can give it continuously and not hurt yourself, but continuously go with what you know. Don't try to do what somebody else got. Whatever you have, if you put, it was a woman in the Bible, I believe she didn't have a lot, but God said he rewarded her because her heart was right. If your heart is right, God will multiply everything we are doing because our heart is right. So Jackson State, I need y'all to quit stressing over this. I need y'all to quit fighting with folks who want to keep us upset. And I need y'all to celebrate this. I need y'all to be happy. And we are not going to wait. So how long can we go be happy? Until we going to be happy, until we going to be happy, until we going to be happy. Okay, I'm done speaking. Thank you.
You good, sis. You good. Nick, I don't know where you went. I know he was up here for just a second, but man, we at the end of the day, we're national champs. I'm done touching that other stuff. That was just a quick sidebar. And I haven't even done it throughout the day though. Like I just kind of delete the stuff and be like, every now and again I'll just say one or two things, but then when you realize it's not really somebody that's in it that's here for dialogue, I don't mind dialogue as long as it's with the right energy. It's okay, But if it's just something that's gonna trigger me or just designed to whatever, I ain't doing all that. Them days over.
Just want to say this before I know T wants to say this is what PTSD look like. Some of y'all now, because we are champions, are going into hostile territory to fight with these folks on other folks' platforms. Like now you are literally, I get to tell them that we are champions. You ain't got to tell them nothing. They already know.
Boom. I've been using that mute block function so much. Man, let me tell you something. I'm efficient in it, bro. Look, muting and blocking is so I get it. That's my pleasure. I love it. I ain't never coming back neither.
Get yourself riled up. And you
But
don't
see,
need
this,
to
but see,
prove them nothing.
this is something I want to say. That don't stop with social media. That's real life too.
Hear me.
Just saying. All right, the stream is open. Come on up. Let's talk some football, man. Enough of that other stuff.
Yes.
Look, we just won a natty, and 28-7, man. Jack State defeats South Carolina State. Come on up and give your thoughts on the game, man. Let's talk some football.
Can you add them other 14 points that we should have had? Okay.
Oh, you know what? Oh, 35-7. I understand that was. I saw that. TD, what you thought? What was your thoughts on that hold? It was a hold on Robert, man. It was.
Yeah.
What made it bad was. Whoa, hold on, just a second. We got a special guest tonight, brother. Not the confetti photo.
National champion.
What's up, man?
What's
the
up,
national championship. You know what? I'm still in that. I'm still in that.
You
right
just got to
now.
know where to find this stuff at.
I'm just gonna change my name.
That's tight.
I like that, man. How you feeling tonight, man? Outside of being a national champion.
You know how it is. I mean, we're sitting here talking about PTSD, and people need to get over it and understand. You know, we got here. I'll just pull this up for you.
Come on,
celebrate that.
I didn't even bring my hat in here today.
Celebrate that. Quit worrying about the stuff that happened in 2021, 2022, 2023. There's a reason a lot of us are here, and it's because people believe in Ashley Robinson and TC Taylor and Coach O. And I said it earlier. Iron sharpens iron, and TC Taylor did nothing but sharpen everybody in that building. And if you don't believe it, then you're talking to somebody who's in that building 3-4 times a week and has been on the road for 14 games with his team. And I get to see it firsthand. And I get to see the love that's in that building and the love that those guys have for each other. And look, these guys that are in the portal, they're always going to be a Tiger. You see every one of our players going in and telling them the same thing, because without them, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did this year.
Yep.
And so, you know, I think it's time we just move on and look. I said it earlier. Prime opened up a lot of doors. He opened up a lot of doors that weren't open, but Jackson State also opened up doors for him.
Facts.
That weren't going to be open. Because who's to say he gets out of that high school job and gets a college job, because he'd been turned down for several, and Jackson State gave him that opportunity.
Right.
Look, and I can say that because I served against him. And so the people that want to say they have hatred towards Prime, it was real when you're on the other side of it. But when you're on this side of it, honor what needs to be honored. He did something that no other coach did here in the time that he served. Look at how many games he won. It's about time you move on. TC's won 19 games in 2 years. Got a national title. Got a SWAC championship. And I'll tell you right now, we were joking before the celebration, but we both looked at each other and we both said we're retiring if we win the thing. I mean, for people to get on and talk about the fact that, you know, Coach Prime this, Coach Prime that. Shut up, Austin. I'm not talking to you tonight. But you got to understand, I mean, it was a grind from June on. And that goes to the coaching staff. That goes to the players. It goes to the trainers. It goes to the managers, Dom, Ari, Kai, Austin and his staff. You know, it's a grind. I mean, and to sit here and take away from what that team did and what those guys did, you're taking away something that shouldn't be taken away from them. And you know, it's disheartening when people want to get on and it's our own people. It's our own people that get on different platforms and still want to say things that don't need to be said and do things that don't need to be done and type things that don't need to be typed. I mean, it's disheartening when you see it. You can do it in a fun way, which is what a lot of us have been doing. And I asked Coach Quinn for his phone today when I got in the building. He said he was done, and that's why I put what I put, that I'm done at midnight. But again, you can blame a lot of the naysayers for that because we were picked to finish third in the division. We were overlooked on the preseason team. We were overlooked on the postseason team. We're going to be overlooked on the All-American teams because of the postseason teams. We were discounted when it came time for the Celebration Bowl. Comments were made throughout the year. Remarks were made throughout the year. TD, you asked about that noise earlier. Oh, the noise was heard all year.
Mm-hmm.
And not just from other fan bases, but some in our own fan base. And it became a driving force to prove people wrong. It became a driving force for our players to play harder because they were playing for each other. When you talk about the we fence, it's real. When you're on the sideline, you hear it and you see it, and you hear when there's a mistake and you hear somebody else pick them up. You know, when Alan Walker got called for the personal foul, he gets to the sideline. First thing that gets said, "Hey, we got you." When Rob holds the block, and when I say hold, I don't mean technically the penalty hold. I don't think a referee was used to seeing a 6'3" defensive back hold a wide receiver for 25 seconds and hold the block for 25 seconds for AJ to make the run. But when it was over, Rob was on the sideline trying to explain it, and it was said, "Hey, we got it." In the locker room, "Hey, we got you. We'll pick you up."
Oh, wow. Same
thing with G-Baby. When G-Baby missed the field goal, he gets to the sideline, "Hey, keep your head up. We're going to need you the rest of the game."
That's what's up.
A lot of teams will hang their heads when things happen, but not this team. And I can truly say that from being there. You know, it was this year was a ride. I'll say that. I've been a part of 2 programs in the last 3 years as a primary football contact. And in those 2 years, I've only seen 5 losses.
Wow.
This year's team, and I said it, and if anybody wants to fact check me, I said it on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, this summer. I said, this team has a chance to be something special.
Yeah, you did.
And I said it again after one of the games this year. I said, this team has got a chance to be something special because you get a chance to be around the guys so much. And when you're around those guys like that, I mean, it changes you as a person because you see how they care for each other and you build relationships. Now, you know, the game, I put it in here earlier, that game could have been 48-0.
Easy.
And if we score those 2 touchdowns, South Carolina State doesn't score
at all.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, so for anybody to think that 28-7 that game was close, that game was never close. And TD, you were close enough. You heard that pop on that opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Set the tone.
It did.
Set the tone for the entire game. So, I mean, you know, for those that don't understand, and for those that Ken, I know you ain't got that hat. Go on and put it on.
No, I had to use the restroom. I'm sorry. That's why I was sitting here going back and forth. I'm like, let time on in this thing. What's happening? Time on.
You know what? Travis?
What's up, man?
What up, Time on, Will? What did it do?
Time on, make sure y'all notice Time on, make sure he was the last one out of the locker room at halftime so he could get all the camera time.
He didn't have on his hat and his boots.
But yes. No, I mean, it's
hey Travis.
What's up?
Travis, what you speaking the truth, man. And I think even looking on this, I was talking about this platform when we had our prediction, you know, back in the summer, and we watching the recruits that's coming in. We watched what transpired last year with Coach Taylor first year. And then we saw the changes that were made on the coaching staff, voluntary or involuntary. and we saw the change that was made with the players, and what was brought in. And so kind of being around, we did we analyzed the team and what was going on, and having to be able to talk to the different coaches and getting the mindset. I know I came over here and I said that we had a chance to go 12-0, and I still believe that could have happened. It didn't, of course, and I said we lose no more than 2 games. So to concur with everything that you are saying, we all believe that this team had a chance to do what it did. I did expect a little more. I did, I think most of us, if we was honest, expect a tougher game, definitely at the beginning than what it was. But you said it right. At that kickoff, what I'm saying, we you can feel it in the air.
Hey,
well, I'll say this.
Real quick, I just want to add this. I was talking to Javancy the day before, and he called this. He said, Ken, this game ain't going to be close. He said that to me at the hotel. He was like, a lot of people thinking that this game is, he said, I don't think this game ain't going to be close, big dog. I mean that. Like, we're going to dominate them. And that was just from their preparation and film and game plan and what they were planning to do when they went in there. And he called that one on the head. Go ahead, Trav. I just want to throw that.
And that's what I was going to tell you is Thursday night at the banquet, we're the first team in. So we're sitting there, we're chill, we're just hanging out in the seats. They walk in. So I'm at a table with, God help me why I picked this table. I still have no idea. Javancy, Mario, Kylie, Chris Orr. And then it was me and Tanoa, and we're the 2 quietest people sitting at the table. Man, South Carolina State walked in, and it was just that table. Comments, man, they're small. Coach, look out. That's their quarterback. Come on now. Look at the offensive line. The game was won in the banquet, and Austin, you're in this chat, and please vouch for me on this. The game was won when Erv had Phoenix stuttering on stage and didn't know what to say. Erv got him stuttering on the microphone when they were going back and forth, and it was over because the minute he stuttered on the microphone, our entire team started imitating him.
Fear.
And it was over.
Yes, but
it was over at that point.
Fear.
It was over. That point, that game was over. We knew then that it wasn't going to be close.
But then you look at their one ray of hope, and that was Aaron. Aaron Smith. I mean, he carried that. He carried that chip. He carried. I mean, so, and he went out and played the way that he talked. He just couldn't do it by himself.
Well, and here's an example. Here's 2 examples. Leading up to that game all week, you heard we're going to take away the running game. We're going to make them pass. They're going to have to beat us with the pass because they can't throw the football. We haven't had to throw the football. We haven't had to throw the football because of our running game. And then the second thing is they can't contain our speed at the wide receiver position. One play. Ken, TD, remember this one play? The long pass that they doubled their offensive production on that they had, and Rob McDaniel came all the way from the other numbers and caught their wide receiver.
Yep.
Yes.
Didn't give up on the play.
So all that talk that they thought they had was gone because that's just our guys never quit playing. They never quit. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, look, we're celebrating the national championship, but believe me and you, those coaches today have already set their sights to 2025.
Yes.
And I will say this, and I can confidently say this. The gap between Jackson State and the rest of the conference is a lot bigger than people think it is.
It is.
And we told John Grant walking out, hey, we'll see you next December. I mean, that's where the gap is. And I'll say this, and if you don't believe me, there's a lot of guys that you know, and I only mean a lot, but there's some guys in the portal. But there's one guy everybody's been worried about. Go look what he put out on social today.
Run it back.
He said, run it back 2025.
Yeah. I'll say this, Travis, about that. The next day, Sunday, I was getting calls asking what we going to be at the recruiting event today. And I was like, huh? He's like, you guys like, nah, bro, I'm gonna go home, man. I've been traveling. Like, I gotta get home, man. I've been traveling for 14 straight weeks, man. I was like, no, but we wound up doing, like I mentioned earlier, you know, those Tiger Talk recruiting visits. And I'm just telling you, with the man, I talked to Coach Kylie James 4 times on the phone since Saturday. 5 times, actually. Now, I talked to Coach Quinn on the phone. Hey, man. They working, man, and the work starts now. This is what we won. When you go back to the depth part of it, we lose 4 big-time wide receivers that's on the sideline with us and a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
We got Marvin Landy returning, wants to be an ambassador, right? Jency Riley coming back. You got the wide receiver core returning, and every single wide receiver that you saw playing football on Saturday is back. Think about that. Jamil Gardner, Jay Dupree, Isaiah Spencer, Jonas Fortillion. Bar no one hits the portal. The number 15, number 3. I'm gonna say all these guys are returning. Only players you lose on the offense is Erv Mulligan, Kurt Ford, Evan Henry, and
Towns Blue.
Ken, how about this? How about the fact that we're sitting here as national champions, averaged almost 36 points a game, only gave up points in the fourth quarter of the last 4 points, in 4 of the last 9, with a first-year defensive coordinator, with 7 skilled guys that have been missing since at least week 3, and then Kurt Ford going out in the first half, and a freshman coming in and playing on the tackle, one of the tackles against one of the best defensive ends in the country. And we didn't miss a beat.
Nope.
And I shouted out Mason Barton just a moment ago. But Trevor, you said something that has kind of behooved me the whole season, you know, and we all know that every player is not going to have a good game, a great game. They're not going to perform to your likings at all time. And I understand that we had the best running back in the conference, period, bar none, hands down, and Mr. Erv Mulligan. And so everybody focused on the run, and they was like, we're going to make you guys beat us with the pass as if we didn't have a passing game. That would behoove me. And then, for whatever reason, you feel or you talk about, Jacobian, the general, and the young man, I know didn't play in like, I guess we add up a game and a half, and he still finished like 5th in the conference in passing. He still leads one of the highest in touchdowns. I mean, what are we talking about?
And that's what kills me, because you think about who we lost. and we heard teams talk about it all the time. Oh, we're down to our 5th string quarterback, and y'all should have known I was going to go there first. Or we're missing this person. We were missing 7 skill guys. Jonas Fortillion was supposed to be the number 4 receiver this year and develop. He was supposed to be in his development year. Isaiah Spencer was a guy that we were looking for to come in because he stepped up last year to step up a little bit more this year. Jalen Dupree was supposed to come in and add depth. Jamil Gardner was supposed to come in and add depth. Those 4 guys ended up the 4 receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas Fortillion led the conference in touchdown receptions, and then made NFL Countdown yesterday with that catch he made in the corner of the end zone.
With that
Isaiah Spencer
dance.
And I said it today, Isaiah Spencer may be the best route runner from a slot I've ever seen.
Yes, sir.
Jamil Gardner stepped up at the end of the year and made big catches, made a huge catch in the Alabama State game. Nayland Dupree stepped up, had a huge touchdown reception in the Alabama State game, and can run by anybody. And then you throw in Marvin Landy at tight end, they can make catches and run down the seam and make plays, and then stays in the blocks.
In blocks, yes. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for people to say that, well, we're going to make them beat us with the pass because they can't throw the football, that's on them. That's not watching film and realizing we didn't have to throw the ball to beat Southern. We didn't have to throw the ball to beat UAPB. We didn't have to throw the ball to beat Valley. Coach Taylor played it into his defense's hands against Alabama State and didn't have to throw the football because he knew all he had to do was flip the field because Alabama State was not going to drive 75 yards against our defense.
Right.
So that game was won this summer, and there were a lot of moments in that game that stick out. You know, Travis getting that first punt, and granted, he only came back in for a couple more plays after that, but he got to show out in front of his home crowd and return one.
That's right.
A.J. Petty got the interception and ran down the sideline and almost stepped out of bounds and stayed in and took off.
Yep. I was looking at
Erv had a run that was called back. But, you know, the one thing that is killing me that nobody is really talking about is when Amari Matthews came in on that long drive, and, you know, usually to spell the top back, but Amari carried the ball 4 or 5 straight times and got us in the red zone, and then Erv punched it in.
He punished them. And it was one play where he basically ran over Aaron Smith. And so you're exactly right about that. But you know what, Travis? That was my first time, I think, ever hearing unnecessary roughness on special teams. We had a lot of firsts this season. I mean, we had a lot of firsts. A touchdown being taken off. And I mean, we had a lot of firsts that I never heard of before.
Have you seen the play yet?
Huh?
Have you seen the play yet?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, sure enough,
don't get Ken started, please.
5 yards ahead, and
he's small.
And it wasn't a block in the back. I mean, he
just chunked him.
Yeah,
he's small. In the words of Javancy, he's small. And Allen just used his size and weight and just pushed him off. But again, you know that y'all, you gave credit where credit was due, and Beef had these guys in shape all year, and they're bigger, faster, stronger than a lot of teams that will play, including that are on next year's schedule. So don't ask, because I know I should have said something I probably shouldn't have said. You can ask all you want. I'm not telling you. So don't ask what the schedule is next year.
Oh,
not you. I'm talking about in the chat.
No, just basically.
I want to do this though. Can I just break this up for a minute? Can we give a shout out to the the ASVP? Y'all, the
absolutely.
Oh my God! First of all, I'm all the way in California, and I was like, how did they manage to put out a little sneak on what we did? So I want to give a shout out to them people, because listen, y'all was not playing up in there with all this beautiful content we had this year. I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. I think some of the young people that were helping you have not will be graduating. But I just want to say, listen, we have one of the best, if not the best, video peoples there is. So Austin is doing things at the NFL level, if I want to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, he's on the next level with it.
Hey, don't get him. Look, please don't make it any worse than it already is with me and him. My phone is gonna go off. Y'all gonna hear a ding in a second, and it's gonna be Austin.
I love Austin, Travis.
No, look, let me tell you a little story about Austin. I met Austin 22 when he was on his own, paying his own way. It was at the Celebration Bowl.
Yep. Same day.
Breaking every rule known to mankind where he was supposed to be, and I was the person that was supposed to be doing it. And so that's how our paths crossed. And then the Band of the Year event last year, he got in with no credential, and still shot, and I took care of him. And I said, if we ever get a chance to work together, I said, we'll be able to do some things that nobody has done. And when I tell you that we bounce ideas off of each other, and a lot of times I just say, hey, that looks good. I don't even try to go in depth with him. I will just say this. I know what he's working on right now. And I'll just say, be ready over the next week or two to see what comes out. Austin is really, really good at what he does. And I'm just grateful that I've gotten a chance to work with him. It's so easy to do my job when I have somebody like that I don't have to be concerned with certain things. And it's even easier when you compare what I do with what he does with the person that we have that is also very good at what he does with graphics for everything else. So when I tell you the saying is surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. Always surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, because that way you don't have to try to make all the decisions, because if they know what they're doing, then that will help you in the long run, which is exactly what our coaching staff is. You look at our coaching staff is the same exact way. Rip Kirk, and I'll use Rip as an example. Rip Kirk has taken so much off of TC's shoulders coaching quarterbacks. People don't realize Rip is in that room every day. TC's calls plays and is responsible for everything on that team. But, Rip went from an analyst to the quarterbacks coach.
Yep.
Mario is 24 now and is the cornerbacks. You tell me, Chris Orr is 25, 26 coaching linebackers. I was the lead person at Tuskegee when Collie James was a freshman in 2014. I mean, when me and Coach Gallen are in the room together, it's like two grandpas in the room with all the kids around. And we joked. I was like, I'm just glad somebody here is older than I am.
Wow. 24 and 25?
I mean, Javancy. Look at Javancy.
Mm-hmm.
They're all young. It's scary. It is really, really scary. And then Beef 27.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the four oldest people that are in that building at any given time are me, Gallen, TC, and Coach O.
Yep. Brandon Morton young.
I mean, Quinn's not up there. Quinn, I don't even know. Yeah, he's in his 30s.
Wow.
So, I mean, you're talking about
with some of these people, huh, Travis?
When people talk about the gap is going to be real. And I heard it today on a show that if people aren't careful, a dynasty is about to start.
It's coming.
And if it starts, it won't stop anytime soon.
But that what Coach O said he was building. She said that was building. That's what they want.
Isn't that what W.C. Gordon was back in the day?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's the way I see it. I was there for him. So yeah.
Yeah, but who played for W.C. Gordon? That's the big thing. TC has a lot of Coach Gordon habits. And I'll say this, and I know I know it's getting late, but I don't have anything to do till basketball when I leave on Wednesday, so I'm good. I've been resting for the last day and a half. With what TC is building and the way he carries himself with the media, TC's going to be the media darling in the SWAC. Everybody wants to talk to him because he will give you something to use in every interview he does. And I get to see that every day. He doesn't like to do them, or he didn't like to do them at the beginning of the year. But just use the last two games, the SWAC championship game. Ken, you were in the middle of both of them. You saw how many cameras were around him.
Oh, man. Insane.
And then again on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but like at the end of the day, People just need to understand that this is his team. This is his program. What was done was done. What happened happened. And realistically, if people want to go back and say, well, TC's using the blueprint that Dion laid out. TC is using the blueprint that W.C. Gordon laid out. And if people want to argue with me on that, I'll argue till I'm blue in the face.
Joe actually said that, didn't he, Ken?
Yeah.
But that is what TC is doing. He is using the blueprint that W.C. Gordon laid out. And then when you got players and former players like Aubrey Miller and Robert Brazil that come back and do what they're doing, that tells you what it is. So again, I mean, you know, to all the people that want to throw shade and even our own folks that want to throw shade, if you weren't at the game or you didn't hear it on TV, the fan base that cares said it all at the end of the game when they started chanting TC.
That gave me chills, man. That
gave everybody chills. So I mean that tells you where we are, where we're going, and it's going to carry over to other sports. That will carry over now. The momentum of this game will carry over to other sports. And I said it right before y'all went on the air. I put a tweet out and said it. If you want to make a difference and be a part of something special, come drop your pin in Jackson, Mississippi. And you've heard it. Esaias has said it every day for the last 6 months. Tiger born, tiger bred, and I'll be, until the day I'm dead, I'll be tiger dead.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand that once you get here. And so people don't understand, and people are talking about, oh, people leave all the time. People do this, people do that. People that want to be here are going to lock in.
That's right.
And people that want to be here are going to lock in the right way. And so, you know, I actually had somebody freak out on me because I put a thank you tweet out. I thought I was leaving. I'm like, where do you think I'm going? So
I told you that PTSD.
We don't like the parties, man.
It was so bad, Ken. It's so bad that I went ahead after I put that out, I went ahead and re-signed my lease for another year. I said, let me just go ahead and get this done.
You know what? Just to let y'all know, I was hearing TC on my TV. Oh my God. That thing, Ken, was crazy.
I mean, but we all know that's the second time that it happened. It also happened
same team.
Yep, same team.
You was taking my thunder. You beat me to it, big.
And I was at both games.
Same team.
Atlanta. Yeah, exactly. In Atlanta.
Hey, so we did start in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Yes. That was last year.
Of that season. Hey, man,
the TC Taylor era started in Atlanta and culminated
in Atlanta. With the same team. The score was the same, wasn't it?
And how many points did South Carolina State score in the MEAC SWAC Challenge against Jack State?
And you know what's ironic?
It's almost the same, isn't it?
No, it was ironic. It was 7, but what's ironic, they both times they scored were late in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they both should have been shutouts.
I mean, it should have been. It was 37-7, and we would have had more points if the damn referees didn't take our points away.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get you a muzzle during the game. You can't be talking about the referees every game now.
Yeah, man, the referees are terrible, man.
Hey, but see, those are CUSA.
We were talking to the Lions judge. Like, bro, you just sitting here spectating, man. You might as well just come over here with us and just watch the game, man. Because you ain't doing your job.
That's crazy.
Hey, and I will say this. Look, I will say this about the coin toss. The only reason they didn't let us say to shake hands is because he was about to start again.
Oh yeah.
So they were, and John Grant was standing right behind them. They had pressure because John Grant was right behind them.
Did you see the look on? I was looking at John Grant in my video. John looking.
I just can't believe, dude. Esaias did not lose a coin toss.
Not one coin toss all year long.
Oh wow.
He didn't lose a coin toss. That's unheard of, man. I thought it was. I say this though. You remember the gentleman that we had an alum out there after we lost that Grambling game that made a video talking about how trash team was and TC. I just think it's so funny that we did not lose another game after that Grambling game.
It was a wake-up call.
Yeah. And I just want to reiterate to those haters of number 15, he still ain't lost a game all year. Starting. Except for ULM. I'm just saying. After the Grambling, all the other stuff, he went on to not lose another game. For whatever reason.
Hey, Austin, you got a request in there. Put that on your list of things to do.
What, a documentary?
Go ahead. I wanted you to say it out loud so he would hear it. Because he's going to act like he didn't see it.
Coach O be letting go on the refs all the time, man. Maybe in 2025 we get a better showing. But this was a very resilient team, man. Overcame a lot throughout the season. And you have to doff your hat off to just the preparation. He said, I'm 20 steps ahead of you. Wow.
Hey, okay, baby, that's what I'm talking about. But listen, kid, can I just say this before I go? Because I got to go do some notes. I sat here when UNTC was talking about the game before, and you were so calm when Ken said, "Number 15 gonna be all right, baby." I mean, you said that because I was cooking, and it's like you was like, "Watch him, he got a pattern," and you were so calm. I was like, and sure enough, I text you during the game and said, "Ken, oh my God, you hit it on point," and I was like, and we have such a young, amazing team. So listen, I just want y'all Jacksonians to know that we go be all right. And I'm so excited for us. I'm just so excited for us. So I can't wait to see what Austin got up since he said he 20 steps ahead of me.
Austin, that video need to be 5 minutes long, bro.
Exactly. Don't come in here with no 2 minutes. I said a documentary.
It be 5 minutes long.
No, I can't. Don't sell him short. He needs to have a 10 week. He needs to have 10 weeks.
20 minutes. I'm out or a minimum of 5 minutes or longer. How about that?
It needs to be 10. It needs to be 10 weeks long though. 1 day a week.
To be continued.
First video celebration.
I want to ask this because unlike you, Travis, I do have something to do in the morning.
Yeah, like I don't work.
Hey, but check this out. I noticed something in Ken when you spoke on Jacoby. And maybe I think he was doing it all season, but it was more noticeable this game to me. The way that he did it several times. The way he walked up to the offensive line, talked to the offensive line, and pointed towards the defense. You know what I'm saying? That shows control of the offense. And I just, it stood out more to me this time than I have seen it all season. And
I thought he's more comfortable.
Yeah, more comfortable. So that's the point I'm making too. And then I have seen it all season. So also to be aware of to knock that ball down, keep from throwing that second interception once they got batted. That was great awareness, wherethought of what was going on the field. So, again, credit due that and definitely to the offensive line. But Travis, this is a question that I have for you, sir, because I was listening and I'm looking at, is it true that we are like 52 or 54 in the red zone?
Yeah, we went, we were tied for number one in the country until UAPB game. You remember when we were perfect until the UAPB game. Remember when we threw the interception?
Yeah.
And stripped it and recovered the fumble? That counted against our stat, but we lead the country right now in red zone offense.
Yep.
So
we were at 90, almost 98%.
I think we only had one. I think that was the only one.
So anytime we enter the red zone, it was pretty much money, whether it was a field goal or a touchdown.
100%.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you have the backs we have, and then you can throw it up to a 6'5" guy. Yeah, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer that we were perfect. Yeah, we were tied with Stephen and Folsom for the longest time.
Especially with Mari Matthews, man. Heck of a just want to give him some love too. He just was a pleasant surprise. But I feel like that running back room, Coach Gallen did a phenomenal job with that running back room. Travis, if a current JSU grad student is interested in internship with you, how can we reach you?
Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email because my email, I move everything, and then
Look at that.
just shoot me an email. I would give you my email, but it's so long. Just look on our staff directory on the website and just pull it from there. I don't want to be giving my J number out on here. I use my name as my email. No, Zach, it's unbelievable some of the stuff we were able to do this year. And it's that again goes to the play calling of TC Taylor. And it's scary that when you look at him on the sideline, he's 3 plays ahead. And it because you can see it coming. And I'll tell you this because it was behind the closed door, but I'll tell you because A.D. Robinson was in there with us and we were laughing, and it was the Alcorn game when we didn't score on the first possession. I started walking to the sideline to go upstairs because we were running it like a home game. So I had to go check on everybody. So I go upstairs, and somebody says, "Where are you going?" I was like, "We're getting the ball back. It's going to be a 1-play drive. We're going to score." And I go upstairs, and as soon as I hear the whistle blow, I turn around when I get to the stairs and turn around, and I see the ball in the air going to Zay, and I just start laughing, and I just keep walking because I hear the reaction, and it's 7-0. We get in on the call on Monday, and I told Ashley sitting there while TC had just gotten off his call, and we were sitting there talking about the drives, and I said, I never thought that game was in jeopardy. I said, I knew as soon as we got the ball back, the second drive, he was about to let one loose and score. And Ashley just looked at me and said, he's done it like 4 times this year already. And I said, every time we didn't score on the first drive, he took a shot on the very next drive on the first play. And TC started laughing and was like, yeah, I did. And it was always to Isaiah, always from the slot.
That route was 6 for 6 this season.
Dude, he turned the defensive backs sideways, turned them around. It was ridiculous.
And I still think if they had to call it a touchdown, you wouldn't be able to overturn it.
No, it was too close. I think he got in.
I think he got in.
Every time I look at it, it looks like he got in it.
I think he got in. Yeah, he crossed the plane first, and then his hip hit the ground.
I mean, great. It is what it is. At that point, we scored, yeah. But I think he got in. It took it away from him. But he did. I will say this: he got to the sideline, and the first question he got asked was, "I thought you were fast."
Said that to who?
That's what they asked him. 3 or 4 guys came and said, "Man, I thought you were fast." And I'm standing beside him, and I didn't say anything. And he looked at me, and I said, "I don't know what to say, man. You got hauled down."
He had an angle. He should have used the ref. He should have used the ref.
Hey, Jamarcus, we talked about that at the beginning of the show, brother. We wish Josh all the best. I see you posted it twice.
Yeah, I just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the comment the first time. You got to scroll back to the beginning of the show. We actually did talk about it.
Make sure you sign up for the collective, Jamarcus, so we won't have too many more of those.
Ken, look at Zach's comment about the 5 to 10 seconds.
I saw that. Had him in hell, but once he took that bite, once he took that one step in, it was over with.
He turned him around.
There you go, Jamarcus. Hit that link, baby. Dub T, what's up, baby?
Not much. How's everybody doing? You champs, all of you.
Man, doing fantastic, brother.
Hey, it's a great Monday. I know that.
Yeah, I know it is.
What's up, bro?
Not much, TD. I'm trying to recruit Erv to the Broncos, by the way.
Hey, yeah, definitely, man. I mean, we won the Natty on Saturday. The Broncos blew out. I think it's the Colts on Sunday. Hey, man, you living pretty good, Dub T.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, I want to say, Travis, man, you're spot on, and I can't say it. I'm blue to my face every time I say that. This is TC's team. He built the team. It was just him and Coach O in the office, and it's mind-boggling how people can still say the things that they're saying, even after the interview with Ken and some of the other platforms of TC and Coach O saying everything that you just said. It's nobody's listening. So now it's time to everybody mind their own business and just celebrate this championship and look forward to next year. And then I just want to encourage everybody, two things is don't worry about the portal. We already know the coaches can recruit. We've seen it happen. It's been done. It's been proven. People are going to leave and they're going to find dogs to replace them. Next man up. Mm-hmm. And then the second thing is Ken's been working on Ken and the team, not just Ken, but Ken, TD, Zoe. And I know they got a board going, but they've been working on this collective. And if we're really that worried about losing some guys, some boys, then we need to get active. It's already been proven. I've said it so many times. Rochelle said it so many times, but the group economics works. Ken mentioned earlier about the gym. We raised $50,000 in 2 weeks. That gym was evidence on the field over the weekend. Yep. And that's because of this platform. So I just want to encourage everybody, get active, stay active. Every dollar, every quarter counts.
Well, and let me give a statement that Ashley says all the time. It's not about how much you give, it's about how often you give. If you can't afford to give it all right now, continue to give, because by the time you continue to give, that amount adds up to what you wanted to give anyway. But you just couldn't afford to do it at the beginning. I mean, everything counts. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not about how much you give, and it took me a long time to understand that. It's not about how much you give off the top; it's about how often you do give.
100%.
That's it right there.
Brother C. Lee.
Hey, how everybody doing? Can y'all hear me?
Doing, brother.
Dr. McGinnis, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. Hey, look here. I woke up this morning a champion. That is the best way to wake up, man. I had the honor and the pleasure. Let me start this way. I started attending Jackson State events in 1975. Since 1975, I've been sitting in the same place. Section 121, row 18, seats 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've been sitting there since 1975. My father attended the first HBCU game in the vet in 1967. We beat Grambling in 67. We was on the team, beat Grambling the year in 67, and they won a national championship. This is my third Jackson State national championship that I lived. I lived the 1985 championship with Shannon Boyd and with Lewis Tillman and Jackie Walker linebacker and Darrell Woods. I lived the 1996 championship with Big Daddy Carson and Graylin Pratt and Darrell Heidelberg and Quincy Culberson and Dexter Thomas and Quincy Coleman. And I can tell you, as our SID said, and as you guys have said, this 2024 team is a replica of those W.C. Gordon and Big Daddy Carson teams. When you look at that, I'm telling you from somebody who's I've been in the vet since 1975. In fact, I want some folks to do this for me. If you've been in the vet since 1975 or longer, drop that year in the vet. If you've been in the vet since 1975 or longer, drop that year in the vet, because I'm here to tell you that what I saw, I was in Atlanta, and I was in awe of the intensity of this team, the intensity of Tiger Nation, and I got W.C. Gordon chills. That's what I got, Brother TD. I was taken back to my father taking me to the games. I don't remember what year. Somebody tell me what year. I remember that year in that run. Jackson State had the best defense in the nation, and Southern had the best offense in the nation. I can't remember what that year was, but it was along that run, and we beat Southern 36-6. And that was the kind of defense. And so that's the first thing I wanted to say, is that it was full circle. The other thing I want to say is that when Coach Taylor made the switch as a player from quarterback to receiver, Brother TD, I wrote an article that appeared in the Jackson Advocate. And I wrote this when he was a player, and I said that Coach Taylor is not only showing the attributes that we said that we want every athlete to have, he's already showing the attributes that he will be a great coach one day. I wrote that when that man was a junior, senior in college. And to now, to be in Atlanta, to hear that crowd saying TC, TC, to see all those Hines County tags. And I know that we was coming from everywhere, but to be driving to Atlanta and driving back from Atlanta, to see all of those Hines County tags. There's a place, and oh, by the way, y'all know I don't get out much. I think there's a place called Buc-ee's. My wife knew about this place called Buc-ee's. I guess it's a big time. I ain't know what the hell a Buc-ee's was. But my grandson should know what it was, right?
Hey, Buc-ee's is grandfather.
Gas. And when I tell you to be able to pass all of those blue jerseys and those people wearing blue and white, just to be able to say, good morning, champ. That Sunday morning to be able to say good morning. Look, we are national champions. End of story. There's no before, there's no after, there's no but. And to see this team in the legacy and in the build of W.C. Gordon and Big Daddy Carson, to see us rally around.
What up, Kelton?
Who we are and what we have been. I want to end, and I'll come back. I also want to end. I want to end by thanking everybody that's on the screen. Brother Willie T, KC-1400 Media. That's, of course, Brother Ken, Brother TD, Brother Nook, Brother Zoe, Sister Rochelle. I want to thank our SID. I want to thank Ashley Robinson, the greatest AD in the world. If you don't believe we got the greatest AD, then you probably need to go get your sanity checked, because we got the greatest AD. We the champs. Ain't nobody else. And I'll shut up. But to be sitting in that section, man. I'll say this: to go from my father taking me to Jackson State events in 1975, and to be in Atlanta with my grandson TD. I never thought I'd be this way. I kissed my grandson on the forehead. I hope he ain't watching because he's gonna get embarrassed. He's middle school now.
Hey, you went straight pop-out mode.
Yeah. I kiss my grandson on the forehead every morning before he go to school, man. He's 14 now, so he don't like to sit with us at the vet no more. He like to sit with his little partners. But to tell you, to go from being 5 years old with my father in the vet to being in the Mercedes-Benz Dome with my grandson and my wife to win a national championship, it don't get no better than that. I'll shut up.
Right. Now you're giving him a memory. What's up, Kelton? How you doing, brother?
Yes, sir.
So now you're giving
let me. I'd like to say one thing. I'm going to hop off real quick. I don't know how many of y'all went to the SWAC MEAC champion game last fall. After that, we talked about it. They was chanting TC, TC, TC. The next game was Texas State, or one of the next games was Texas State, and a lot of people were down on TC, but the team was hanging in there till halftime. This year, same thing. First game was good, but they were playing an FBS team, and they hung in there till the third quarter. And now we're hearing his name again: SWAC Championship, Celebration Bowl. TC, TC, TC. If besides the record, but you can see the progression. So I am so excited for next season with the recruits that are coming in, the red shirts, the injured players coming back. Next season is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what happens. But we cannot think that it's the end of the world just because he doesn't call the plays we want. He doesn't play the players we want. And if he drops a game like the Grambling State game, that wasn't just coaching, that was execution. We can't get down on these kids. We have to pick them up. We can't be in the stands yelling at them how terrible they are, and they can't cover people and they need to be subbed. We got to be supportive 100% all in. I'm out.
But what I'll add to what you just said, Will T, as fans, it no matter what team it is, whether it's Jackson State, Alcorn, the Denver Broncos, or the Las Vegas Raiders, fans always gonna have opinions about how they feel and what they feel, and again, just how they express it. It what matters. So, I mean, fans always gonna have an opinion. So that is what it is. That's soccer. That's shooting marbles. It don't matter.
No, you're right, 100%. But when it comes to college sports, it's a little bit different than pros. And I appreciate what you're saying with when it comes to these college sports, especially when we're trying to recruit kids. We got to be supportive.
Yeah, it's a volatile thing when you're dealing with 18 to 24-year-olds playing a sport. The Urban Bowl, the man announces himself in the house every time he pulls up. What's up, bro?
I want to start off by saying I got my Wi-Fi fixed.
Finally! I was waiting on the lag, bro.
All right, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm glad to say that we are SWAT champions. We're national champions. I may be the only Jackson State fan in South Florida since my conversion. I'm just happy that we're SWAT champions, but we need to create new goals. We need to go out there to now that we are national champions, we need to go ahead and schedule more Power 5 schools so we can go ahead and beat the brakes off of them. We got
we got USM on the schedule next year. I think that's pretty much done. Tall order, because hell, they might get the whole Marshall team over there.
Not to jump in, but look here. We got USM so scared they went got their first black coach in their first history. So how scared you got to be? How scared you got to be to go get your first black coach in the history of your time? I'm like, oh come on, man, y'all couldn't wait.
Hey, look. I gotta say this. I just want to catch one of these. I just want to catch one of these FBS programs when they in the toilet, man. It seems like every time we get ready to play them, they go get a new coach. They got new motivation. USM got a collective now. The whole damn Marshall team is on the way to Hattiesburg. I'm like, my goodness, man. Every time we play, because I promise y'all, if we return the majority, like 90% of our offense is back. Bar no, like I told you, there's only 4 players that we just spoke of that's possibly out. And those are 3 offensive linemen. That's Erv, and I think that's it.
Let me say 2 more things.
So you're talking about another summer and workouts and strength and conditioning. You building on the continuity, adding more pieces. You getting. I think we can go out there and I think we beat last year's USM team, in my opinion. And you may say I'm crazy or not, but no, I think so, because we're getting a lot of talent over here from that roster. And that team was not very talented. So, but now Coach Huff is going to come there, and I think he asked for some very specific things, and they gave it to him. So he's definitely a program builder. I expect that team to be competitive in the Sun Belt next season. They're in the Sun Belt or Conference USA?
They're in Sun Belt.
Sun Belt, that's what I thought. So we'll see what happens, man.
So I want to say that Travis Terrell is the beginning of 4 and 5 stars. There's more to come. I believe there's more on the way.
5 stars.
Nick Saban said this, and JSU is the epitome of what I'm about to say. HBCUs are sleeping giants. Mark my words.
Yeah, 5 stars is going to be tough, and it had to be a special case situation. 4 stars you definitely possibly can get. Wi-Fi probably failed on you, but it's all good.
Ken, add on to what you what I kind of asked the question, what you were saying, about all the players are coming to, USM, and hopefully we can catch one of those teams slipping. Travis, is it too late to schedule Marshall?
Yeah, I like that, bro. Let's go to Marshall instead.
Look, I will tell y'all, when we touched down in Jackson on Saturday night before Louisiana Tech accepted that bid, I leaned up because Coach O always sits to my right, 1 row ahead. I was like, "Hey, you want to play one more game?" And he just looked at me. And
I didn't know
you
didn't say you leaving, but it's all good. We just messing with you. I want La Tech too. We'll take La Tech because they trash.
I also want to. You talk about recruiting, and I'll tell you what was interesting about the types of players that they're recruiting. So I got to speak to the team in August about the history of Jackson State, and of course, again, somebody like me who I'm a second generation Jacksonian. You know, my mother and father met in the Charles Moore building. Broke my heart when they tore that building down, because I used to be able to walk by that building and say my parents met in that classroom. But you know, you got to grow. You grow, and you got to break some eggs to make some omelets. Here's what I found interesting about that. So I spoke to the team. We had a good talk. The most impressive thing to me was, do y'all know that those young men kept me after my talk for an hour, just talking about the history of Jackson State and the history of the civil rights movement? Do you know how difficult it is to get young people in their 20s to want to spend an hour of their own time learning about something like that? So when I had that experience, I understood that we didn't just have the players with the bodies. We had the players with the thing between the ears that you need the most. We had nuanced thinkers. We had young people who were going onto the field thinking about things bigger than just themselves. And of course, it was symbolized in the whole "we fence" mantra. So I am like y'all. I trust in Coach Taylor. I've said it before. I was on record when he was a college student that he already had the attributes to be a coach. And so I trust the coaching staff. I trust the SID. I trust KC-1400 media. We're in good hands. I need people to understand we're in good hands. And all I want Jackson State people to know is this: enjoy where you are and stop surrounding yourself with people who don't want you to be great.
Well said.
Ducks don't hang out with eagles, and eagles don't hang out with ducks. Not because they dislike each other, but because one ain't doing nothing the other want to do. Tigers don't hang out with kitty cats. There's nothing a kitty cat is doing. There's nothing a pound puppy is doing that a tiger want to do. And you got to ask yourself, I want everybody in the chat, I want everybody who watches this, to ask yourself, do you want to be a tiger or do you want to be something else? And if you truly want to be a tiger, stop hanging out with non-tigers. Stop hanging out with kitty cats. Stop hanging out with pound puppies. Stop hanging out with stray dogs with fleas. Stop bringing them flea-infested stray dogs into your chat, allowing them to wipe their muddy feet on your carpet.
Hey, I just heard Dave Chappelle in my head, for those who know. I'm going to use the word of the animal you just used, duck. Duck your couch.
I mean, it's Ken, you know why I can't get offended about people who say stuff about Jackson State? You know why I can't get offended by it, Ken? TD, Mr. SID, you know why I can't get offended?
Because you don't be over there listening to it.
I don't hear it.
You don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
Hey, Ken, can you second that motion for me?
Hey, listen.
Man.
Let me say this, though. Let me say this about that. You sit in a and I say that this is directed to TD, and I told him this. You sit in a very privileged position, especially being on a platform. I have to keep my Marty Marge to the streets so we can know what's happening. But no, what I've learned to do, though, even though I see it, I use the mute and the delete and the block button. I don't entertain it no more. I used to be triggered by stuff I see. If I see some, my timeline is relatively clean, though, because I already this ain't, you know what I mean? So I don't really see a lot of that anymore. Even I just follow Jackson State kind of blindly almost. And Travis and his team does a phenomenal job of putting information out there that we can go grab. And every now and again, you'll see some stuff that kind of seep through the cracks on you. You just I just kind of block that and mute that too. I don't really entertain it. It's not for me to, I'll say this, Miss Rochelle said this to me. I was talking to her. She said, everything. Oh, yeah. No. I'm going to say it this way. She said, nothing is anything unless you make it. Sounds simple. You see something out there that you don't agree with, and they talking about like nothing is anything until you make it into a thing.
Yep.
So you have the power to either make it into something, or you can say it's nothing and just keep moving.
Well, can we had this talk on Monday when you were in the building before the game, and you dropped the question on me, how's he feel? And the one thing I told you is like, hey, everybody's gonna find out at the same time I find out. And I knew at that point who was playing. But you learn, like for me, 21 years in the business, you learn it's blinders and it's you hear it, but you just keep walking. And you hear it and you just kind of you deflect it. Whenever somebody comes to me with a question, I deflect it because there's a lot of times I know the answers to the things. Like I know there are people poking and prodding in the chat over here because y'all bringing up games about who we're playing. You can ask me all day. I'm not going to tell you because there are certain things that you'll know when it's time for you to know, and you'll hear when it's time for you to hear. And there are certain things too, and I've said it twice this week. There are certain things I'll put out on social because I know there's going to be somebody that I want to grab it. So the rest of our fans can go in on that person. And I did that this week. I put out the two graphics. And TD, you're laughing already. I put out the two graphics this week side by side. And the one person I wanted to grab it, grabbed it and quote tweeted it. And boy, Jackson State fans just it was the perfect setup. And he fell for it. And it was just like, thank you.
And in the words of Dave Chappelle, once again, because I keep hearing him in my head, gotcha.
There you go.
I stopped it though. I didn't go all the way with it.
Hey, I will strategically do things to do them because I know if I do them, there's a certain person or a certain group that will pick it up. And I did it again this week. I put up something yesterday, and the group that I thought would start commenting on it, why are you throwing shade at us? We know what your real heart is. We know what you do behind that black and gold went out the door on February 5th when Ashley Robinson called me.
Good. JJ the Mind. Appreciate the and I know we down to our last 7 minutes. We're gonna shut it down here in the next 5-6 minutes. JJ the Mind. This is such a we've had this conversation quite a bit. Two things. I don't think that a FBS conference is going to invite Jackson State, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but let's just say hypothetically that they did. It'll be worth the conversation. Just depends, man. It really just depends. It depends on what Jackson State, in my opinion, what we can get from it. I like the idea of the Pac-12 because if the Pac-12 is throwing money out there to help get the school in there, and then too, living on the West Coast, I love to see Jackson State on the West Coast quite often. But that's just a selfish thing. I don't think that would happen in a million years, man. But Travis, what's your thoughts on something like this, real quick, before we get out of here? That question comes up. Jackson State being in a position. Let's say we went off and we kind of do the A&T thing with the Celebration Bowl. We went off. We go and run on going a three game Celebration Bowl victory back to back type situation. You think there's any potential of an FBS jump or just maybe not?
How do you want me to answer this? You want me to answer this as Travis Jerome, the Jackson State?
Absolutely.
Or just Travis Jerome as a fan?
Both.
As a fan, it would be as somebody who's been there, it would be good to hear the discussion. As an associatee, that's so far above my head that I would come in on the tail end of it. But I can say this. As being an administrator at another HBCU that thought about making a move back in 2017, 18, there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not just a conference calling you and asking you to come join. There are certain things and certain hoops that you have to go through, certain criteria you have to meet, certain monies you have to raise in order to do it. And when I tell you that when the institution I was working at, which shouldn't be a surprise to anybody because I just told you what year it was. we had to prepare reports, and the report I had to prepare was 265 pages long. And you have to break down why you fit into that demographic, into those institutions, into that. How are you going to make travel work? Can you afford to do this? Can you afford to do that? This is what the conference mandates. Can you meet the mandates of the conference? I mean, it's not just a simple, hey, they're going to pick up the phone and call you. These conferences have done their research. They have targeted schools. They have targeted locations. I'll be really honest with you. The two that fit into ours right now because of the footprint would be Conference USA and the Sun Belt.
Yep.
The Sun Belt's not going to expand anytime soon. That would be the number one. And Conference USA is going to be the conference that keeps getting pilfered by all these other conferences.
Yeah.
So if there's a conference that's going to call first, I would probably guess it would be Conference USA. But again, I mean, please don't go in there and say, hey, Travis Strum at Jackson State saying that Conference USA and Jackson State. By no means am I saying that. I'm just saying if it happens, that would be my guess as to who the first one will be, because you're going to have the American is going to appeal for Conference USA. The Pac-12 is going to appeal for the Mountain West, which is going to appeal for the WAC, which is then going to appeal for Conference USA. So it's all a cyclical effect. It's just you got to figure out where the dominoes fall and where are we in that conference's mind and where are we on their breakdown, so to speak. Like the NFL has their draft boards. Where are we on their draft board, quote unquote?
That's a great way of putting it. I know that's a great way to segue to get ready to end it. I'll just say this about Conference USA. Hell, if the referees are going to be what we got on Saturday, we might as well just stay in the SWAC and let's just continue to do us, man. Celebration Bowl it is, dog.
I had 10, 15 minutes without bringing up the officials, TD.
Man, look, bro. Them dudes was dumpster truck juice. Go ahead, brother C. Lee.
I agree with everything SID said. I would add this one because I like when he talked about the report that you have to prepare, particularly the feasibility study. And I think that what should also be included in a general feasibility study would be, where do we project the Celebration Bowl to be in 10 years in relationship to the bowls that the group of 6 would have? Because I think that if you are talking about that, are you willing, do we see an infrastructure? And I'm one of those people who I do see an infrastructure of where the Celebration Bowl could be and where the Black National Championship could be.
Yes.
And so I think that, again, I would love to see a feasibility poll on a feasibility report on one, where do people think the Celebration Bowl would be in 10 to 15, do like the 10, 15, 20-year increment? How would that be financially lucrative to the schools that would be into it? A lot of that is going to look at also what kind of expansion the MEAC does. And it's also going to be a notion of, here's going to be the real tipping point. And it had to do with something that none of us control. Actually, it has something to do with neither the SWAC nor the MEAC can control, but it will be the game changer. If either the SWAC or the MEAC can get an institution in the Atlanta market, that would be the seismic shift.
Yes, it will.
If the SWAC or the MEAC could get an Atlanta school, the problem is there's not an Atlanta school right now that's able to make that jump as we are speaking now. So if you ask me, for people out there, if you ask me, I think it would be more feasible for HBCUs to collectively strategize to how do we get an actual institution in the Atlanta market and build from there. And if you get an institution in the Atlanta market and project it in the next 10 years, because right now, people talking about the attendance of the Celebration Bowl, but that attendance at the Celebration Bowl this year is still going to be higher than the vast majority of bowls played by the group of 6. I'm looking for the television numbers. The television numbers for the Celebration Bowl is going to be greater than the numbers for the group of 6, for many of the group of 6 bowls. So if you're talking financially, if we're strictly talking financially, here's what I'll end on this. What's more important? getting $1 million check or getting a pat on the back from somebody who don't like you. And at some point, our strategy has to be, do we want $1 million check or do we want a pat on the back from somebody who don't like us? And that will determine what moves we make for the next 5 to 10 years. I'll shut up and let y'all, because I know y'all are.
Kim, before we go, let me touch on the last thing and then I'll be quiet. Everybody needs to understand, in order to move up, you have to be invited first, but then you have to pay a fee to the NCAA to move up. And that fee to move up to FBS is astronomical now. But you also, if you're going to move up, whatever conference comes to you, the number one thing you need to look at when you're thinking feasibility study and everything else is, what is the media market, or not the media market, but what does the conference pay out for their media rights? And that will determine, because then if you do get to a bowl game, and I'll say this, and I'll shut up after this. What people don't understand is when these teams go to play in these bowl games at the FBS level, they don't get that check. All that money is thrown into a pot for everybody in the conference. And it's situated based on which bowl you went to and what your records were and what your finish was. And they dictate that money down. So you don't get the $5 million payout from a bowl. That $5 million payout goes into a pot. And if your conference only play one bowl game and you got 12 teams in it, $5 million is divided 12 ways. So that's why it's so important for these conferences. That's why the Sun Belt is so upset about Marshall right now, because they just lost that money. So that's one less check they're getting to disperse out to the teams. But the TV rights is something else you have to have. You have to make sure you land in the right spot to get money from those TV right deals, whether it's ESPN, whether it's Fox Sports, whether it's whatever. You have to make sure you land in the right spot.
I'll say this, TD, you get the last comment. Mine's is brief. If I had my wish, I'll ask for two things. I want to see Tennessee State and North Carolina A&T and Hampton return back to either the MEAC or the SWAC into HBCU conferences. And number two, I would like to see an expansion of the Celebration Bowl into a 14 playoff setting. That's my trajectory within the next 10 years. And also, T.C. Lee, your point, grabbing one of those schools, potentially elevating it to the D1 level in the Atlanta market. That's a no-brainer there. But that's 4 teams potentially. Maybe they go to the MEAC. I don't know. Clark, Atlanta, Albany, I don't know. But my point is Tennessee State, Hampton, NCAT, MEAC, that puts them over the threshold. It puts them at 9 teams with the potential of a team in Atlanta, and then also expand the Celebration Bowl. I think that's where our greatest opportunities are with sponsorship dollars, TV rights, all the different avenues that where we can grow revenue. But we can park that for another conversation. TD, you get the last comment as we close.
Yeah, what you said, I mean, it sounds like a good idea. And also, if they would consider it, because I personally like the SWAC championship game. I think a MEAC championship game, you know what I'm saying, would be great as well. And now you got to worry about talking about who played and who's off and who's rushed and who's not, you know, and then they'll give those kids a chance to, you know, earn something and win something from their own respective division. And with that being said, referring to the Celebration Bowl again, congratulations and to goes out to I don't think I said this, to Jonas Fatilian for being the MVP of the game. Shout out to Jeremiah Williams for being the defensive player of the game, and Jacoby Moore for being the offensive player of the game. And shout out to Coach T.C. Taylor, Ashley Robinson, Coach O, the whole coaching staff for coming together, having like minds. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of time their minds not like. They need to come to make this thing happen. And again, you know, and to Austin team and to you, Travis, for all the work that you guys do over there. Tiger Nation, we are national champion. That's all I have. Good night.
There it is, man. Great show. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. We'll be back Wednesday. I don't know if we're going to be here Friday, but I know we'll be here Wednesday. But Appreciate everybody, man. DI love as always. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, sign up for the collective. Shout out to all our channel sponsors. And we appreciate everybody.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out. Good night, gentlemen. Mr. C. Lee.
Yes, sir.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.